Chess.com strongly condemns Russia's invasion and war against Ukraine. Ukraine is a great nation, a great chess nation, and we are daily saddened by the senseless suffering inflicted upon Ukrainians by the Russian government and its military. After careful consideration, with input from across our community and our leadership team, we are electing to keep our servers and events open to Russian players. We believe that isolation of ordinary Russian citizens only makes it easier for autocracy and propaganda to rule in Russia. However, we cannot support symbols and speech representing Russia and its war in Ukraine. For this reason, on our server and in all of our events going forward, including the one you are about to watch, chess.com will no longer be displaying the Russian flag for any players. Additionally, we are replacing the Russian flag across our entire website with a new neutral blue flag that links directly to our policy on the war. We are electing to use our platform to communicate truth and provide information on how to support Ukraine rather than isolate Russian citizens further. For more information on our position, our actions, and ways you can support Ukraine, type the command Ukraine in chat or visit the link directly shared by one of our moderators right now. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you around on chess.com.
It's still on the side. Hikaru down to 30 seconds.
Oh no.
He might not do that. He might not be able to do it. He's down to 25.
Okay. Oh, he had to go bishop b3. He didn't go bishop b3 there.
He's escaping again.
Although it can only get to a3 because b3.
19.
These are under control. These are under control. So you can force the king.
He's finding king a2.
Oh, he should definitely go king a2.
King b5. Oh, he's back to home base.
And he needs to get this way.
Yeah.
He's going. He's going.
Hikaru with a draw offer. He didn't do it.
Oh my goodness. Nodibek Abdusattarov continues to be the closest thing to kryptonite that we have seen for Hikaru Nakamura. Hey, over t2. Nice try.
Oh, look at the pre-moves. Oh, king f2.
Wow, there's some great pre-moving. Go. Oh, Serrano.
Moving.
What? I'm flagged. Oh my God, it's a draw.
You didn't find any other moves to make.
Oh, that is ridiculous. And he just is laughing because otherwise he's gonna cry.
Menu of options.
Oh,
What?
Wait.
What? Rook H.
Oh my gosh! What a move! I did it!
Oh my God, he's just turned it around.
Oh my! What an unexpected move!
Oh my God, I completely missed that. That didn't even occur to me in my wildest dreams.
And it's losing now because your queen can't move without losing the rook on f7.
You have to take the pawn. He's gonna flag.
Oh my gosh! Queen move.
Oh, he's gonna flag.
Oh my goodness!
He flagged.
Oh!
You lagged and he flagged.
And there it is. Hikaru Nakamura wins the Sunday knockout.
Welcome into what will be a very big Rapid Chess Championship weekend here on chess.com alongside me, FIDE Master James Canty. You got that FM title, bro, since the last time we talked. How's that feeling?
I mean, feeling kind of beefy, you know what I mean? I think my arms got a little bigger, my shoulders just filled out a little bit more, and I just feel my voice gets a little bit deeper.
And then yesterday you proved that F is more fun than I, apparently, taking down international master Kostya Kabuski. Congrats on the match. We'll see if I can get by my first round coming up here pretty soon.
Hey, man, you know, you've been working. Of course, Danny, he says he won't leak his prep, guys. Danny's been prepping, and that's scary because Danny has everyone's number.
Maybe at some point to help me prep later today, you and I throw down in a little impromptu blitz bullet match. What do you think about that?
I'm definitely down for that. I'm definitely fresh and ready. Saber still out, hand ready to go, right? So after yesterday, I'm ready.
But we're gonna do it. So if you're tuning in, a little teaser, don't go anywhere. I think at some point later today, me and Canty are gonna give the fans a little something special. So well, we've got something special big today. We've reached the halfway point in the RCC, Canty, but with it came huge news this week as we announced a massive format change, and we already see it's changed the amount of people in the event. Let's dive into what we did this week, which was we opened up the field to all grandmasters and their eligibility to compete in the RCC, along with officially announcing what our finals format will be. So getting into the format The main thing is that as of today, the Swiss portion of the RCC will be open to all grandmasters in the world. If you have a GM title, then you are able to compete in the Rapid Chess Championship. What's that going to do immediately to shake up things? I don't know. It's going to be a lot of fun. How excited are you to see the field open up here?
I'm sure people that were sleeping on Saturday and Sundays are now getting up, right? So they're like, oh, everyone can join. So now this is going to be a shakeup. The people that were playing are actually probably a little bit mad about that, to be honest, because you got a lot more people, GMs that don't even play as much, but are very strong and rapid, are going to actually show up today.
Well, it's also going to lead to some different types of pairings, right? Not that we haven't enjoyed seeing a lot of, usually it's around 40, 50 of the world's top 100 throwing down. Now we're definitely going to see some different types of pairings and probably some exciting matches here on Saturday we wouldn't normally have. We also announced the finals format. So let's talk about that. Officially, there's been a lot of discussion. We know that a big part of the Rapid Chess Championship is the 20 grand that people play for every single weekend, but they're also earning Grand Prix points to qualify for the final, which will be 16 players competing for $150,000 over an epic 4-day event. 12 of the players will qualify their way through the leaderboard. 4 wild cards will be invited. But the main thing, Canty, is we're doubling down on our idea of a double elimination bracket. This is a little bit of Michael Brancato, our new VP of esports influence, coming over as Nintendo from the Smash GG world. Smash meaning Melee and all the things that you see in other whatever you want to call them, esports video game events. Double elimination is a much more common thing, and we see it kind of making its way now into chess. We had it in our Bullet Chess Championship, the American Cup in St. Louis had it, and I'm pretty excited to see what happens. What are your thoughts on the double elim idea that we're moving toward?
I actually do. I like it. Okay, I'm gonna say I like it. It's like a bittersweet double-edged sword, because the double elimination is great, but also if they lose, they could also come back and still beat the person that won every game, right? So sometimes that is like, if I'm the winner and I make it to the finals and I have to face the guy that made it through double elimination, but I already beat you, I'm kind of mad, especially if you lose to that guy. Now it's like, you lost before. What is this? But of course, that's the format. It's just how it goes. So in fact, it is a double-edged sword. I like it, but also I like it with the right circumstances.
It's interesting, right? Because like you said, it feels a little bit, hey, didn't I already beat you? But also, like, it allows for more interesting first round pairings, Canty, because now if you get, in theory, you get a Hikaru Nakamura, Magnus Carlsen matchup in round 1 because of some crazy thing.
Wow.
No matter who wins that matchup, it's not necessarily the last time you'll see it, right? If someone's really that good in any particular format, they might make their way through the consolation, the redemption arc that is the loser's bracket to make it all the way back to the top. Speaking of being at the top, let's talk about who is at the top of our list of players today.
Look at Alex,
right now we've got someone listed at 1,800 who's already won their first game.
Right.
That doesn't make a lot of sense. Are the games beginning already? Oh wow. So somehow someone got a buy. Oh, that's what it is. So Alexander Predke, Grandmaster, hasn't played a lot of Rapid on chess.com apparently. So he got a buy as the lowest rated player. And that means Hikaru Nakamura versus Praggnanandhaa in the first round. This is epic. Is the highest rated player who's actually playing right now at the top of the leaderboard.
All right, as we see, they're off to his regular stuff. Is this the B3 knight, the knight of 3 B3 stuff? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I'm looking at the notation. Yep, same stuff.
Yeah, this is Hikaru's, bread and butter, if you will, right? We see him play this stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Nothing fancy necessarily yet. We have Prague playing this E5 break, which is kind of typical to try to challenge the dark square bishop on the diagonal, and you counteract the pin by moving the knight so that you don't lose the pawn. This is a pretty typical thing for black to do, but still, Hikaru has been in every possible dog and pony show that occurs from these B3 systems. He's been here. He's been here before.
He's been here before. In fact, there's Yakov Norwich actually likes to play this with white, and sometimes having what he calls this. What does he call this? The cheesecake or cheesecake King's Indian is what he likes to call this. I remember this position from studying some of his work before in his dacha, right? Which I think that means home or something, Russian, whatever.
I've never heard of the cheesecake King's Indian.
I have never heard of it either, but it's from Yakov. This is what he likes, and his scores are very high for white, to say the least.
We see B6 been played there from Praggnanandhaa, and Hikaru pauses 10 seconds for calculation identification here on his network and wants to make sure he gets an advantage. I mean, you start to like these positions as they open up for white. The d5 square calling your name. Queen d2 was played to guard the bishop so that you could play this move without there being a discovered check to win the said dark square minister over there on b2. So I like knight d5 now. I like Hikaru's chances.
I mean, you look at the eval bar and the time as well. He's been in this position so many times. And actually, I remember reviewing files of looking at this from Yakov, where this was a very easy position for white to play. As you see, 30 seconds, barely even any time used for Hikaru here. The rooks come to the center. I mean, you can just do anything you want here. Definitely taking white in all situations.
He's got a couple minutes on the clock. I'm going to switch over to another big matchup. We've got Eric Hansen versus Vidit Gujrathi with colors reversed. My apologies for listing the chess bra first. You always list the player playing white, usually when you're speaking chess. So this is an interesting one. I'm going to quickly play us through the opening. How did we get here? We had a little bishop f4 semi-Slav with this early f3 advance. Kind of a fun structure here because white is in a really aggressive spot, but very double-edged because this king, it likewise will never have safety no matter what you're able to do against the black king with your pawn storm. So
Right.
this should be a very double-edged game. Round one, couple of big stars on the web.
I'm a fan of white in these type of positions. I like the Joe Baba London stuff, as I was showcasing yesterday. I like playing knight c3, bishop f4, and of course it's a Slavi. But I'm a big fan of how it looks. I like the g4 there. I'm feeling Joe Baba-ish here. So this is definitely a double A's, like you said. But one slip from either side is game over. I know from the white side, trying to be too aggressive, and you get kicked in the face real hard. Doesn't feel too good on the way down. And then the other way is white here. You can be able to really have some decisive blows if you get the pieces in the right squares.
Yeah, no, it's like I think I like what you said. One slip and you get kicked real hard. By the way, A Wayne 007 says congrats Canty on winning yesterday. It was
Thank
lit.
you, bro. Appreciate it.
We congratulated Canty earlier. Even though I know you're an FM competing in an IM's world, but we know your goals and how hard you work, man. I see you as a dark horse to take this whole thing home. I'm not gonna lie.
Danny, don't make me flex, bro. This is a family channel. This is a new shirt, bro. This is a new shirt.
I really do though.
Okay.
So anyway, it's gonna be awesome. I've got a match coming up on the 20.
How you feeling about that? Are you ready for that? That man, he's strong. He's strong, definitely strong.
He is.
And you're strong too, Danny. Like, don't get it twisted. 2,900 performance in his last tournament, mister.
I know. And he also, the moment he accepted his invite, his main account, JWills14, has stopped playing. I know he's playing on some anonymous account, but I'm refusing to use my staff powers to check it out. I'm playing. No, I'm seriously, I'm not doing that, right? Because I've got my own anonymous account that I'm playing on. So, shout out. Integrity. I'm not going to do that, but I am curious why suddenly he just stopped playing Blitz on April 22nd. So
wow. Ooh, he know the date, guys.
That's
He's
right.
on him. Scary. Danny's
all right. So this is a fun one. Let's remind everybody again. We're going to continue to follow every game as close we can. But today was a big day. We opened up the field to all grandmasters in the world. We're going to talk about the format change. Talk about all the fair play stuff we're doing for those who wonder, hey, how big is this pool getting? What are you guys really doing to kind of change the game in regards to making sure that online chess can justify these types of big prizes and investments for pros? And I'm excited to talk about the fair play stuff later today. So stay tuned for that. You see any other games as far as players calling your name to go check out? We can stick here and just start getting real educational up in this on the structure.
Let's see what Chef Jeff's doing. I always like to check out Jeffery X there. Chef, see what I'm saying? Kings on A7. Every time you come Chef Jeff, something weird's going on. But this is actually, wow, this is an Alapin? Oh, we got to see this from the beginning. I got a course on the C3 Sicilian.
Yeah, I'm gonna back this thing up and see what happens. So we had an Alapin.
What the heck is this? Now it's a French.
Benjamin Gladura, by the way, obviously we're here to talk about Jeff, and shout out to all the commentary Mr. Xiong is doing. But Benjamin Gladura, Canty, is a really good example of why we opened the field up, right? This is one of the rising stars in our game, a young man from Hungary who's super talented, didn't quite make the cut previously, but is going to love an opportunity to compete with the world's best weekend in and weekend out. So this is an exciting little matchup here. We got an Alapin.
Oh,
this is all
crazy.
theory, I think.
Wow. You know what? This looks like the pen off Botvinnik. There's
Yep, I was just going to say that.
Wow. Do you know the Grishik Pisak too against Vidit?
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. You know that.
No, I'll even
Danny's
show the
strong,
line,
bro. Danny is strong, dude. He knows that. Like that's very secret.
This
bro.
is the line.
Some high level
well, I
chess.
play the pan off Botvinnik as white, so I have an advantage.
Yeah.
But in this particular
Me too,
line,
me too.
this is what Canty's talking about.
Yeah.
You can take D5 first, or sometimes play Queen
Yeah,
B3,
take
but essentially
Queen B3,
you're getting the same type of line here, and very similar types of positions can occur in these. Anyway, sorry, not that first. First you take.
Yeah, oh, you take on F3. Yeah. I've done that too before. Takes and takes. Yeah. This is right.
Wait, the D5. What is the line here?
What do we do wrong? Right. What do we do wrong? Takes. This is right.
Oops. I was trying to click on the
E6 is a move, I think, right? From D takes E4.
Oh yeah, E6 first,
and then Queen B7. All right.
And then you get this line.
And then Bishop B5. Knight takes Queen
exactly.
C6.
Okay, yeah, this is the line.
Yeah, this is the line. Yeah. And then Queen C5 by Grisha Pisak.
Yeah.
And then Knight D6, Knight takes D5 castles. It's nasty. It goes very far. Knight D6, Knight takes D5, takes castles. I've done a piece, but I've won many games with white with this.
Yeah. Okay. So there's the that is not what's going on in this game, but as far as a similar position with this little kind of in between move check before you take back the knight, it's a very typical idea.
Right.
And where did we leave off here? We saw Queen C6 check by Gladura, King E7, Queen B5.
Bro, this is crazy. I like this. He traded queens. Wow,
yeah, this is nutty.
This is nutty. Yeah, definitely. I just down a pawn. I mean, it's probably just equal.
What's funny about this line is like it's still theory and it's all here, but like clearly they stepped through most of the minefields that existed because we're basically just in an endgame now where best play should probably be
a draw.
You know, should be a draw in theory.
Oh yeah, there's some pen off positions up a pawn where it's just like a pawn like this that's very weak that can be won and it probably be a draw.
Shout out to Life in a Northern Town who says you've read the Baburin book and now you can play the pan off. It's actually not untrue. The shout out to Winning Pawn Structures. Ooh, I'm going to type it out in chat. Winning Pawn Structures by Baburin. If you don't have it, it's actually very hard to get because it was out of print for a long time. I have it upstairs in the old orifice
right
here.
Right now.
It's a great book.
In Google, so we'll keep it up and I'll grab it later.
It's not solely focused on the pan off, but obviously it's a book focused on IQP positions, hanging pawn positions. So a very good book for those motivated learners in chat.
Absolutely, chat. Look, hey, I'm getting it, chat. So I don't know about you, chat. But I'm about to get it.
So Rook E8 check is played. King got a move. I'm scouting some of the games. Full disclosure, but by the way, over on the right side, just in case I see anything. Hikaru's still playing against Prague. I feel like we should go back to that, but
let's just see where it's at, right?
Well, let's go. Let's check in on our first big look into the player camps today. I love this look, showing all the top players we've got playing. This is their frontal view. Remember, everybody is on 2 cameras, so we can also see their field of vision behind them, in addition to regular screen shares and all kinds of stuff. But this is the view that Mama likes. Gets to see her boy on camera, you know.
Exactly right. What is that behind Parham? Is that like it looks like a treadmill inverted or something behind him. It like gets his workout there at the house. I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah, it's like a treadmill or like a
something. It looks like something you run on kind of.
Yeah, I feel like Jeffery Xiong and Anish Giri are consistently in the same place. Whatever's going on with Fedosei Zoom cams, shout out to the fake background. Love that.
All right. Forehand cam.
All right, well, Hikaru looks like he's in a winning position. Let's move over to his game with Prague here.
Okay. Oh, wow. Whoa, what happened? Well, time, number 1. Jeez.
Well, he's up. Let's go back to where we left it. If you remember, we were kind of right around here where we were applauding White's position after knight to D5. The trade on G7, Queen C3. Just kind of curious where the big moment was. White's position is Fantismo. What's funny about this game, Candy, is like, regardless of the fact that I guess White's edge was only simple, knowing what we see on the clock, there's no way Hikaru wasn't playing this position way faster than Prague, which is a big part of the problem, is he just knows these positions so well. And he makes it look so easy. This knight coming to d7, going to c5. Hikaru's like, no, thank you, b4.
Right.
And just maintains an open c file. Oh, knight f6 blundered a piece. So that's what happened.
It was just so fast, too. Oh, it blundered the piece. Yeah. Wow. And I mean,
Yeah,
when
knight
you
f6
get
just
pressed
straight
on
up
the
blundered
clock
the piece.
like that, too. Like, it's hard, man. You like, yo, can you slow down, bro?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not playing an engine, but you kind of are. half an engine there. It's annoying.
Let's go look at Anish Giri versus Robert Chessmood here. Excuse me.
Oh, chess move. Yeah, and Anish. Nice. Opposite color. Piece count 3 for 5, 3 for 5 with a double. Definitely got to take black. Whose move is it? And black's move.
Yeah, Anish should be. This is one of those obstacle bishop positions where I think black's edge is playable for a win more than meets the eye. Not just because, obviously the extra pawn, which we can see, but I think, the dark square pawns being targets, and there's some funniness over here, right? This is not a safe and cozy home for the white king.
Man, this feel lost. Like, where did I even go? The engine gave like 0.6 for black. I didn't even know where to put the bishop at. I mean, let's see. This is terrible. He's gonna take b2, b4 is hanging. I mean, how are we holding this? It's like, how are we holding this? Check. Oh, that was beautiful. No king g8. Oh my goodness. Tactics, steal, and then check and take the pawn, right?
Yeah.
Wow, accuracy.
Shout out to Don Dolo 2 on YouTube, who says, I love this tournament. Wish it was played 52 weeks of the year. Thank you. We're excited about it. And we're going to continue to do everything we can to make it the most exciting thing in chess. Shout out to everyone who needs to defend Prague's strength after losing to Hikaru. Relax. No one's not saying that Prague isn't the future. Boy is making progress. Boy is making progress every day.
Every day.
Praggnanandhaa is great, but
come on,
it's okay to sometimes get your bleep kicked by the one and only Nakamura.
Right.
Chill.
Exactly.
It's not a big deal.
Right. Yeah. Come on now. Come on. Prague is a monster. We all know this, right? He is the future.
You know what's funny, Canty? I have had more people tell me about the Praggnanandhaa win over Magnus Carlsen who don't traditionally follow chess, and it just shows you how much love that game got. People went nuts for that victory, and random friends were like, hey, is this guy the next world champion? I'm like, yeah, he's amazing. And but they did a whoever's running Praggnanandhaa's media, whoever's on that PR train, you did a great job because the whole world knows about that.
They know about that. Yeah. Oh man, that's crazy. But that, honestly, man, India is scary out here. It's legendary how the kids, Nihal and Kukesh, and then you have Agassi, right? I mean, you could just keep naming them name after name. All these powerhouses are coming out of India over there, and it's very, very scary. Even Prague's sister just did some. I'm like, it's in. What are they eating? It must be in the water over there. We need to figure out what they're doing because India is definitely stacked.
It's true. And it's always funny when you stop and reflect. I'm recording a video series right now with Vishy, which will come out in the next few months, where he's taking us through his whole journey in life as a chess player. It's like a podcast style. You're gonna love it. It's awesome. We're going through epic stuff. But hearing Vishy talk about it and remembering Canty, people take this for granted. Before Vishy Anand, there were no grandmasters from India.
Oh my goodness! To think about that, right?
Just think about that.
That's not even long ago, right?
Not even that long ago. And
amazing.
Yeah, so it's really crazy to reflect on Anand's impact from a global perspective on chess.
From 1 to 101.
Yeah,
real, and it's getting faster every day.
Yep.
Every day. This is drawn, right? It's boring.
I don't know though. It's drawn. It's okay. Wait. King F3. Why is that a blunder? A5.
Oh man. Okay. Well,
I think.
Wow, we definitely botched that one.
If I'm guessing, I think White needed to play something to try to play a little tickle with the king, rook e8, because then a5 wouldn't have been possible because of check, and you can't attack without b5.
Right.
So there was some sort of important game of tickle there that the white rook needed to play with the king to hold this. And I swear, even though I didn't know he was about to blunder, I was going to say that even though this is a draw, I really think Anish is going to win, because this is super grandmasters eat positions like this for breakfast.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. All right, breakfast, and for my next one, g4 probably, but this is that pass pawn can't do nothing about it. That third one over there. Yikes!
I love it. Rook G5, he's going to play H6, hold down the fort, guards the rook, who guards the pawn, who hits G3, who protects the king and the pawn, right? There wasn't a lady who swallowed the fly. This is over. This is over.
No, this is over, guys.
You come in. The rook is actually already in a Lucina type position, right? At some point, the rook is ready to flip over here. You don't need to play it now, but you almost could.
I was just thinking that you almost could, but you don't want to test it.
Yeah, you don't need. No, yeah, that would be a bad idea. Yeah, giving up G7 for sure. Okay.
Right.
So good technique from Anish is going to go to win this one. The standings being updated sees Hikaru on top, along with a lot of the other regular names.
Who is Chess Fat Bear?
Chess Fat Bear is one of the top players from China. If I remember correctly, it's Li Chao.
Oh, wow.
But
okay.
Someone should confirm that for us, because I don't remember for sure. But let's go back to the game we touched on. Oh, and it is getting spicy. Vida Gujarati just plays Queen H6 against Eric Hansen. That's actually Red Rover. If you play Queen F8, Knight F6 is shake and bake.
Shake and bake.
That's over.
Move. Start a new one. Start a new one, my guy. Yikes. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that, huh? Dang.
But that's a fun move, Canty. He's trying to induce King H3, Bishop C8, King H4, Queen E1.
Ooh.
Although Knight G3 is just winning there.
Yeah, he blocks. Oof.
Although Knight G3, you take B1. It's not over. That's my point. King H4, Queen E1, Knight G3, Queen B. Oh, that was a mistake. He should have played Queen E1, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Queen E1 was.
Queen E1 was better.
But now it's over.
Dang, what a game.
I'm just going to take a quick peek at Queen E1 because I could be wrong, but I think Queen E1 would have forced Knight G3.
Knight G3, and then
what's the deal on this? White's still just winning?
And you just shoot. Well, I guess White's just winning. Well, you can't take F. No, you
I think
can't.
that's it. I think you just take F6
and block on H5 or even King G5. Yeah, and you're just winning the end game. Wow.
Okay.
Dang, I'm still losing.
Well, we get to go back. Oh, no, Jeffery Xiong just won. So I was going to say we get to check on your boy, but no, I think if I'm seeing this clearly, I think that is the entire set of round one games in the books, boys and girls. Buckle in for a fun day.
Buckle in,
I think.
That's right.
Let's take a quick moment to just preview what we're going to talk about a little later with the fair play stuff. We'll bring up a little bit of a focus on what we're doing, because there's actually a 1 minute break between the early rounds, in addition to an additional fair play break being taken with the format change. Rather than just the halfway kind of point, which previously was around 5 or 6, we now have breaks at rounds both 3 and 4. Right. But to quickly highlight some of the things going on behind the scenes, go ahead and bring that thing up. Reminder that nobody anonymously can play in this event. Not to say that they can play in any prize events, but it's super important, especially as we're putting everybody, on notice with the cameras and things. And I think it's an underrated point how much their reputation really matters to them, to appreciate that no funny business should happen. We're giving the 1 minute breaks in the early rounds because we have super harsh disconnection penalties, Canty, meaning like if you turn off your cameras, like you get one shot, right? We're not doing funny business where we can't see your room regularly. Right. Obviously, no headphones. Right. For streamers, Hikaru is one of the regular ones, but others do as well. It's always emote-only mode. And both the streamers and this broadcast is on a 60-second delay. You wouldn't know that. Why? Because the last bullet point, private server mode, prevents you from knowing it. Meaning, even if you're following at chess.com/events, that's also on a delay. And you don't have any ability to see the games in real time. This is super important. I'm going to come back to it later, Canty, because I think you can make an argument that this delay makes what's happening online more secure in some ways than a lot of over-the-board environments, where if the argument is to cheat on a sophisticated level, you need some sort of device with a second gunman, essentially, on the grassy knoll, because of how hard it would be. And these days, at least, they catch people on their phones in the bathroom, we think, in over-the-board chess. Mm-hmm. The point is that without the ability, I mean, how many over-the-board events have a delay? The answer is zero. Like DGT goes instantly online, right? Right. So in a rapid chess environment where you can't even contribute without a significant delay, I believe it's one of the reasons we're now 13 weeks into the RCC and we've had 0 fair play scandals. Ooh. And obviously, I'll knock on wood with opening the field here. But my perspective, and I have a dream. Kenny, you want to know my dream?
What's your dream?
I have a dream that one day online chess will be more secure than over-the-board chess.
Oh,
and that we continue to drive online chess to live, amazing, exciting LAN live finals all over the world. And I believe it's possible. That's what we're doing.
I'm not crying. You're crying, guys. It was beautiful. Absolutely. That's actually, no, I'm with it. That sounds, hey, that's a move for me, right? If online chess is even better, which of course, I mean, thinking about that, you're right. Over the board chess, people can do, kids do that. They walk out of the room, hey, you should play this move, right? And I've seen that. And I'm like, hey, you can't do that.
Yep.
But that's his friend, right? They walk outside of the room and tell him, or so the move. And you don't have that in this.
We're not even getting into the heavy lifting of the algorithm, of course, which is, its own, albeit black box to a lot of people. And everyone loves to criticize where they do. But the reality is our algorithm has closed multiple GMs in the top 100. Wow. A couple of them about at times. There's been big scandals, and right. Shout out to PP and the Pampers. But yeah. But there's others you don't know about with confessions, right? So there's a lot going on there, and I really want to just emphasize that this is the future, right? This is the time, and we'll talk a little bit more about it there because I want to challenge an open conversation. People want to argue that over the board more checks and more proctoring, more things are being done than online. I would challenge that actually. And it's going to be a fun little conversation. So here we go. Durabali versus Nakamura. This is interesting. He's
actually like white here, weirdly enough. But
yeah, he's given Hikaru a little bit of taste of his own. Oh, Hikaru played the Dutch.
Okay, he's going for that win. Yeah, I tried the Dutch multiple times. It's not working. It's not working. It's just not working for me. So we gonna stick to KID for life. KID,
it's funny because Hikaru is one of those who gets away with the Dutch because he's Hikaru, but it's not an endorsement. It's like when you see, just because you see Robert Hess playing dubious openings, guys, doesn't mean you can play dubious openings like Hess.
Right. Right. Like, come on.
Come on.
Hess champion. You know what I mean? It's a part of, he can do this kind of stuff.
All right. So this structure, though, one of the issues with the Dutch is that this type of space advantage, while nice, came at a cost, which is it opened up the light squares and typically the diagonal that matters most to the Black King. And usually you get away with pawn storms when you have the potential for that space to turn into an attack or something aggressive on the king side. But the Fianchetto system is super solid. That's why you take a snapshot. Not only is white better here, I would argue that regardless of the fact that it's rapid, so it's hard to say Nakamura isn't the favorite. White is even more better, if that's correct, than the engine says. These positions are really hard for Black to not get in trouble at some point with this space advantage, wishing pawns could go backward.
Absolutely. I think here the problem is how do we make the progress? Like you'll see sometimes in the Maroxy bind positions where white does get a very nice bind, and it's sometimes not knowing how to proceed. Which of course nowadays you can stick the knight on d5 and just in game. But in this situation, pushing the pawns, as Danny mentioned, chat, like we can't go backwards. So e4 and f4, we want to go f4, but then he might go e4. If we go e4, he might go f4. So you actually can't break. And Black's plan is actually developing. Knight d7. There it is, knight f3. Wow.
And so the idea, I think, is on knight to d7, you have knight to g5. So that's actually a really irritating move because how are you guarding the e pawn? I guess you have to play e4. Well, that's what we're talking about. Now we're expanding, right? Whether this knight goes to g5 or d4 on e4, that pawn eventually gets pried open with, he played it, but that allows knight g5.
I guess he just says he doesn't care. It's like, whatever, the bishop's bad. Like, but it wasn't. I mean, we snatched that bishop.
I mean, Hikaru can play this way, but we shouldn't, we should definitely, acknowledge the reality is white's better here. The bishop pair is a ton of fun. The light squares are no bueno. So it'll be interesting to see whether Durabali can keep an edge here. He's already down almost 2 minutes on the clock, though.
I'm a big fan of knight takes, e4. Open up the game. Knight takes, play e4, he plays f4, bishop h3, and just start hitting him. And then literally start hitting him. It's getting spicy, right? I like a little
the only thing I would say is like, where you going over here, big fella, right? So I would even induce this. I like rook d1 first, Canty, because then in your line, something random happens. I can take, and e4, f4. Now we shake and bake, right?
Nice. Like, you had a little rook d1, a little patience there. Chat. E4, even more. But I mean, it's not, you still need rook d1.
He goes for your idea, but I almost wish he was a little more patient here than.
Yeah.
So we'll
Rook
see.
D1.
We'll see.
F4.
Yeah,
Here you go. So still with Rook D1 now it's Bishop G4, but F3. Yeah. Rook D1 anyway. Like that's still good though.
Yep.
A nice C5. Yeah, Bishop B4. Rook D1 is a move. Rook A D1. Get the last piece in the game.
Yep.
Yeah, he's on him.
Okay.
Dude
Well,
probably knows he's on him.
Let's do a quick check. A quick check on some of these other games.
Played it.
There's
It's
so
on
many,
board. Rook D1.
so many options.
Yeah, Bishop G4 played. What?
Wow.
Instantly, too. Hikaru doesn't care. Is he really going for Bishop H5? No,
I think
he's
he's
not.
gonna meet
G4
F3 with
and
H6.
Yeah, right. Some H6 in there. That's annoying. Should have took the
Yeah,
bishop.
that's actually really irritating because look, if
Come on.
F3, H6, and you just take, black actually
Bro.
gets this amazing reinforced structure. So that's not what you want.
This is why. You can't never give him anything.
I think Jeffery Bailey has messed this up. I think that I think that a little bit of a trade, a little more patience. I think E4 was a little too fast.
Yeah,
Now he's had to trade off the light square bishops for each other, and Hikaru is like, it's like he planned it all along. Everything is back in business here.
and now he's up time.
Yeah. Okay.
All
We'll come back to this. Let's go look at Anish Giri's game with the white pieces. Sergey Azarov playing black. There's also Chess Fat Bear, who is Zhao Jun. I'm sorry, not Li Xiao. I was remembering because Zhao Jun played for the Pro Chess League China Pandas.
Okay.
The last time that China actually qualified for the live final that we held in San Francisco. So I remembered the username. I forgot who it was.
I remember that too. That was nice.
Okay.
I do like this position for white, but he has the two bishops. You got pawns. I don't know. What do we? Rook G1. That's just too generic. 92. That is a thoughtful move. He really thought about that one. Zhao Jun. Thank you, Keelan, in the chat. Chat, appreciate it.
What are we doing?
I'm just checking the chat. Akila helped out there. Chess Fat Bear, Zhao Jun, but we already know that.
Yeah, there you go, Zhao Jun.
Yeah.
Queen to B5. Nice move from Alexeyenko. The wait, is he sporting a mini panda as his?
He is. He's trolling.
He's sporting a panda. Zhao Jun played for the Pandas. I don't know what that's about, but I love it.
I think he's trolling him. Like
he's trolling him, or he just loves pandas. First of all, I also love pandas. I mean, who doesn't, right? Come on, shout out to you, Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, I watched the one my sons did.
Okay, but this is an interesting one. I don't know that we've seen a lot of Zhao Jun in these Rapid Chess Champs. I admit I haven't followed as closely every player on the weekends where I'm not hosting, but Alexeyenko, of course, super well known for being the wild card in the last FIDE Candidates tournament, will not be competing in Madrid, but very talented guy from Russia. All right, Bishop E6. We've got the bishop pair here.
Very sharp bishops. I mean, level, very level.
Yeah.
Hard to make things happen. I think both sides have that problem, actually. Interesting. How do you do anything? I'm not a fan anymore of White's position. The activity is lacking.
Oprah's Zem in Twitch. We are using real names. You can see their real names here with Zhao Jun, Kirill Alexeyenko. The standings still list their usernames. But from the show perspective, we are actually using real names. So curious about that comment. I think that's what we're doing.
Right.
We can go anywhere you want. I'm kind of browsing these games here. If you see anything else exciting, anyone you want to go check on?
Yeah, let's check out Bach. Taking out Misha Nick. Alexei Serrano there. Okay, Bach with a Queen's Gambit. And I do favor Bach's position slightly. The engine says otherwise, but I do like the light square bishop diagonal. But Black's pieces are really coordinated. King G2, and what do? That is not a move. That is not.
What
a
happened
rare-
there, Bishop?
I don't know what happened. That was real bad. It's family. Oh man, eval bar. Sheesh. What is
I wonder
going
why.
on? Right. Hey,
Everything was
two
equal.
moves. Like 2 moves. That's it.
But then king to
Jeez.
g2, and nothing has really changed too much about the position. Oh, I guess black had bishop to b4. Not that move, that's illegal. But apparently bishop b4 was stronger than
And you have to
bishop
play
b7, but
F5.
still.
Oh, what? Oh, wow.
Oh, he finds it
C3
anyway. And I
thingy.
guess the main point is
Oh,
this rook has nowhere to hide. Any
Ugh.
square is met by some sort of
ugh.
devious problems on the diagonal. And if you move it off of the e file, wait, is there rook e3 now? I think
Yes,
there's
Ricky 3. That's a
Yeah.
resi, hard resignation. Like Ricky
that's
3,
the
you can
problem.
just get out of there. That's it.
Well, what a
That's it.
hard way to lose a quick game like that.
Dang.
King g2 feels like it shouldn't be that bad, and you play it, and it's like, oh,
Oh,
that's a real
man.
big problem.
That was
But
a
it was
real
bishop
bad
b4. Yeah.
Yeah, look at the bishops slicing the board like this. Oh man, this is getting bad. Yeah, he just got up out of there. I understand, Bach. Just get up out of there, bro.
Yeah. Get up
Just
out of there.
Out of there, man. And we try a new one and look at it another day. It happens.
All right. Well, we've got several. I want to go back to Hikaru's game with Dura Bailey. Hikaru still has some things to figure out, and you still see the potential long-term problems with the Dutch. Is even though the position has closed up, these pawns are in many ways targets to a well-played approach for white. So rapid, practical games, very difficult to get super technical, and we see the 2 minutes on the clock. Probably not Dura Bailey's favorite spot, but objectively, white is doing fine here even now.
Absolutely. As he's thinking, or as Hikaru's thinking here, what is White's plan? I would say maybe B5's hanging, E5's hanging, and trying to get this rook active. Okay. He said give up the pawn for activity.
I think you have knight g4. Look at that.
Wow, bro.
If bishop e5, knight
Danny
g4,
ready
bishop.
for some, yeah, that boy
e3
ready
check.
for the SCC. That's
man.
nasty.
Oh,
That
full
boy ready
tactic.
for the SCC. Oh, snap. Dang.
And actually, Hikaru with the d file here, and some problems tactically. This is a really good move because
Yeah.
it restricts the knight who can't go back to d2.
He goes for it. He got it.
Oh no!
Oh, there it is.
Big
Danny with the
mistake.
move, knight takes G4. Oh man, it's on the board.
The
It's
best
right
thing in
there.
the world is when you predict a tactic before Hikaru plays it.
That's
Not
right.
because it's
right.
not possible to see tactics before Hikaru sees them.
That's
so
true.
the best you can do is say them before he plays them.
Yep. And when it's done, I mean, you feel great. Like you can just, I know Danny's flexing real hard, right? Y'all don't see it, but Danny flex. Rook C7.
Rook c7.
Oh, we about to send him to heaven. Here it go. Here it go.
What is it? What is it? Is
Oh,
it?
it's probably 93 Queen D1 looks good.
Yeah, 93 looks actually fantastic. I think you're right. 93 first. What's funny?
93 King H2 though.
But I have a crazy idea, Canty. 93 King H2, Bishop E5, Rook D7, Rook D7, and I'm threatening Rook H.
Oh man, there's
Might
men
be-
over there.
It's probably
There's men.
unnecessary.
Oh,
That's
I
my
would
problem.
love that,
I sat
though.
queens.
I know. I'm a
prematurely.
fan. I'm a fan, bro. I mean, look, hey, grandfather Tao said sack first, think later. So I'm a big fan.
But it actually isn't bad, by the way, because if King H2, Bishop E5, Rook D7, if you play Knight D2, there's Rook D2 and Knight F1. So white is
Right.
like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he just
Hikaru
sidesteps.
says no, Dan.
He just sidestep. Yeah, where's the Rook G7? He don't even care about that.
Dude,
That
it just
is-
allows Rook
he don't
D7?
even, bro. That's 2700 stuff, right? I'm not gonna lie. That's very scary to allow that to happen. He allowed it to happen and just completely winning still.
That's a mind-blowing move.
That is
That's a
mind-blowing.
mind-blowing move.
Yeah, go ahead, take it, bro. Yeah, no, it's check. No, it's cool, bro. It's cool. Let him check me. No,
This
it's
is-
cool.
Oh, he finds Queen B2. Okay, yeah, you just had to find the right check. I was going to say, where's the winning move? Now you slide to G2 and it's Red Rover. But
Man,
God, what a move! Queen E6.
Queen E6. Yeah, no. I got it. It's cool. You know how happy you be when you take that bishop? Oh, he blundered. Rook takes E7. Like, you still losing. And that was not a blunder. It was, he did that on purpose.
That was bananas. I
Yeah.
just want to see if my queen sack was winning, and just like
Take.
Okay, it's
Eval. Oh
No,
man,
it's not.
It's not. Yeah, you can check
okay,
everything with the
classic.
eval.
I had
Uh,
fantasies. I forgot that Queen A6 and Queen B5 are possible. I was thinking
Yeah,
about
the
this
queen
move.
gets out and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, boy,
But
that's
okay.
sharp. Ugh,
All right,
man, that's scary. Round 2.
where are we at
Games
in
left.
terms of games?
Oh, some
We
are
still got a
updating.
number
It
of
says
them rocking here.
Box game still there, but he's already done. check chess queen. Let's see what she's doing against
Okay.
a mid.
Oops. Sorry. Misclick. We'll go check out Alexandra Kosteniuk's game.
And
Playing the
see-
white pieces versus Amin Tabatabai.
It's like, yeah, this is tough. Oh, she's fighting. I got the A pawn.
Yeah, she's down more pawns than you would like, but that A pawn is a little spicy.
Yeah, a little spicy A pawn. Look at the eval bar. Okay, okay. Check. 7 push. Check, check. Resistance.
Grandfather, they like your grandfather towel comment.
Oh, yeah,
Gee.
Grandfather Tao, Uncle Nesmedino, right? Yeah, these are my family members.
Shout out to
Absolutely.
Grandpa Towel.
Grandpa Tao. Yes, sir.
Okay, rook b6 check. I think this is actually tricky because the king would love to get aggressive here, but e6 is hanging, so you have to retreat. And that's going to keep it a little awkward. I mean, black should win this, but what's the clear path?
Right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. What's the clear path? That's a great question. Because white has some great resistance. She has some great resistance here. Even though eval bar, +3, whatever.
If the bishop comes in here, you're restricting. If the knight ever hits d7, you have rook b7. So you kind of like, you put the bishop here, stuff. You come up.
Right.
And if the knight has to move, I mean, there's
There's
this
tricks.
is like a weird position where the engine is like, oh, it's easy to play black. And human beings are like, this is really hard to play black.
This is not that easy. So it's rook c. Oh, you're going rook b7. I'm fine. King up. Bishop b5. Oh, that was beautiful. Wait, rook check.
Yeah, you can't come
still in the game.
This is still a game. You got to play knight e4. And then there's bishop d7.
Oh, and then knight g5.
Knight g5. Oh, wow.
He sacked it. He was like, I don't care. I'm tired of this. I'm so tired of this.
That's a good example of how tricky the position was from like a practical perspective for white, for black to kind of coordinate.
Yeah, he got annoyed, which I totally understand.
Yeah.
I lost this position before. Rook and bishop versus rook and 3. Yeah, I've lost this before. This is incredibly hard for white. Incredibly hard.
Yeah, this is black is the one with the chances, although if somehow she manages to swindle her way into a rook and bishop versus rook, then all of a sudden it's very hard to hold that theoretical draw. Let's remember that the initial Swiss format does not have increment. So what you see is what you get. And that's a big deal. You have blunders happen when you don't have time on the clock.
I forget that. I'm thinking for some reason I'm all increment from yesterday, from like the SCC yesterday. And I'm like, oh, this is increment. Literally looking at every game thinking it's increment. That changes everything.
Yep.
Changes everything. No increment, there is some flags for real.
Yep. Some questions about the rating disparity and Aquila answering. It's not even that they don't play on chess.com, it's that they don't play rapid that often. Rapid ratings are, for many GMs, I mean, just way lower than their blitz or bullet because that's what most people play online, right? So as far as what was the conversation about the player who was 1800 at the start? I forget the username.
Forgot.
But all that will change with the future of the Rapid Chess Championship, as well as the chess.com global chess championship.
They're right, the global
chess
championship, guys.
There's a globe. All right, rook a2, bishop f3. She's holding though. I mean, objectively, this should probably be holdable. Oh, f3, game over.
Yeah.
Oh, he missed f3.
He missed
it. Oh, it's just over.
It's that time trouble, boy. It's that time trouble. Time.
If f3, rook b4, d4, black was just winning. Okay, but 20 seconds to 18 seconds. Is she going to swindle something here? Uh-oh. Now rook a2 is coming.
Like, it's the accuracy is, you know what I mean? Man,
it's Red Rover.
This is so hard, bro. The accuracy required to hold this position with the 3 pawns, rook and bishop, it's just next level. It's engine-like. That's what I understand. It's engine-like trying to hold that position.
Yep.
So,
well, black may have missed f3, but Tabatabai does get it done. Moves to 2 points as we see in the standings. We've got Hikaru, Chopper 1905. I forget who that is. We'll be checking that out. Fair Chess on YouTube. Dimitri Draken.
That's Big Chop. Big Chop. Let me tell you about Big Chop, Danny. Big Chop last week. Remember Title Tuesday last week when Magnus played? And when Magnus played, the only draw he had was Big Chop.
Big Chop.
Big Chop. Yep. His name's Mustafa. The chat was like, anybody named Mustafa, you don't mess with. I was like, man, you're right, bro. only person to draw Magnus last week was
That's
Big
true.
Tom. Yeah.
So, the world stopped. It was like everyone, you know, the meme where you bust through, you're like, Morpheus is fighting Neo, like Magnus is playing Title Tuesday, the world stops.
Right. Yeah, that's what happened.
But no Magnus here today. Who knows what the future holds there? But it was Alexander Predke. That's right. Thank you, Lunars, from YouTube. Appreciate. He was the 1800. So, okay, what game do we still have going currently? We have none. We have none. So we're taking a quick break before round 3. Meaning it's like 60 seconds, no real break. It's just the last opportunity for those wondering, for players to maybe have been struggling playing their first-time cameras. I actually am not getting any word that there is a lot of struggle. We've got everybody under close observation. Here's the same kind of top player look-in we've had before. We should try to throw one together. Shout out to Matt, my producer, of some faces we don't normally see. Let's throw one together of some of the GMs getting their first opportunity to compete in the RCC.
Yeah,
see how that goes. Not right now, obviously, for later. And then we will have our first fair play break after the next round, meaning round 3, where we really take our time, check in with the old data stats, algo, make sure everything's rocking. And anyone who didn't have things figured out in the first 2 rounds has their last chance to figure it out, giving a little bit of leeway in their first one. But yeah, exciting stuff, man.
Exciting, right? Exciting, Chad. Beautiful stuff. Oh, round 3 is actually up. Round 3 just started.
Round 3 just started. Here we go.
Yeah.
Bring up the games. Let's do it.
Games.
Let's go to Xiong and Big Chop.
Big Chop. Let's see
Xiong
what he's
and Big
doing.
Chop. Let's do
Big
it.
Chop. Look at him. See? Big Chop. Look, he and it wasn't one of those draws that, you know, like Magnus was not taking draw offers. It was just, he was like, he felt that it was very disrespectful. He just kept moving. And every time a draw was offered to him in positions that looked drawn. But of course, it's Magnus that wins those type of positions. And Chop never offered a draw. It was a fact Magnus had to get a draw because Chop was beating him. So it was that kind of game. Mustafa here is very, very strong.
I love
very,
it.
very strong.
Love it. It's
see what he does.
One of the other fun things, right? Because we all know the chess world has only so many opportunities at the highest levels for the next gen to start getting involved. At some point, you always see your Tata Steeles, your Grand Chess Tours inviting young players, but you can't really keep up at times with the strength and the progress that a lot of the young players make. And so sometimes you see your Notorbeck Abdusaturovs, right, come out of nowhere and then eventually win the World Rapid, right?
Right.
You see it happen, and it's nice when you can find people who aren't necessarily getting that invite to Grenke, who are very strong and get an opportunity to perform in big events like this. So
that's a great point. I mean, because when you talk about Notorbeck there, nobody saw him coming. He was just like, "What was this?" And then you're like, "Oh, it's Notorbeck. Now you should know who I am," right? And
well, a lot of people saw it coming, similar to when Ali Reza Firouzja was 13-14. You know how they saw it coming? They complained to Danny for the last 2 years that he's a cheater. And you know what Danny said? You're wrong.
You're wrong.
And guess what? He showed up and delivered. Thank you, Notorbeck. We're not tracking that they're strong and aware, but that's the algo's design, right? Separate the DNA from the blood doping, you know? And so shout out to all you super GMs who may see this clip later and know that you were one of the ones who personally told me he was a cheater. LOL. LOL.
Oh, man. LOL, bro. That's lovely.
All right. What do we got here? We got Xiong versus Mustafa.
Xiong versus Mustafa. Big Chop over here. And I mean, shoot, I think it's fairly even. Ooh, I like it though.
I don't know why I just highlighted G4.
I mean, we gotta do
sometimes
that.
It just happens.
G4. Exactly. You just let it happen. Right?
Yeah.
You literally let it happen. G4.
It's because I always want to give Canty a chance to say G5 and
we live. Yeah. And we live.
Bishop G5 and we live.
There it is. Anything 5 and we live. Bishop G5 and we live. Anything 4 is for the score. So that's knight at 4 for the score, but he won't be scoring if he can't play the right move here. Knight h5 is the threat, I think.
Yep.
Ooh, that was good.
You could take e6 and preserve the bishop pair. You can't back up because f4 is hanging.
Right.
And by the way, if you took f6, is it bishop f4? No, because then bishop d8. Okay, so probably taking e6 is the move he'll go for, and then 2 options: go to an obscure bishop position with another trade, or try to keep the bishop pair alive.
He is in the think tank here. You have to take or play 96. And he takes on F6, takes back, but I mean, now.
You want this idea? Is that your?
Yeah, what if he just goes back to E5?
Yeah.
It's like, what did you do there? You looked at Big Chop, 2-time Turkish champ. Wow. 2-time Turkish champ. He's Turkey #1. That makes sense. That makes sense.
There you go. All right. Well, we've got other games going in this round. I'm just going to quickly flash through them because then the chat can maybe yell at us and tell us what they want. We got Nakamura, Tabatabai. We've got, as we said, Xiong versus Big Chop. We have Jules Moussard versus Dimitrion Jurakin. This is an interesting one. You've got Alexei Serrano versus Kirill Alexeyenko.
Okay.
Anish Giri is taken on Pankratov.
Some position there.
So many options, not enough time.
Exactly. Literally, not enough time.
I don't know why I'm feeling Anish today. I have this weird feeling about Anish today.
Okay, we're gonna lean into that.
Let's lean into that.
Let's see what Anish does. Anish got a nice position. He won the first. I like his position too. B file action, F5 when you want. This was a French win hour. How did this become a win hour? Interesting. Pawn takes D3.
I think you just take back with the pawn, like you said, and then B7 is still a problem.
There we go. And F5, F5.
Oh, man. F5 might be a little too much, but I do love where your head's at.
I'm always there. Maybe G4 first. Rook B1. No, that's not a move, big fella. That's just not a move.
Yeah, just Rook C8, and now you've actually.
I don't know what Rook B1 was, but that's It's Giri. I think is a little bit. He's like a hybrid, I would say. Like he can see a lot of tactics, obviously, but he's more like he doesn't go for that all the time. Like Rook B1, I would be far away from that move. I would literally look at G4. Like I would like G4. I'm trying to play F5 and mate.
I think you might be right. I think G4 and a good an instructive point on why Canty's G4 idea is possible is that when you're in a position with a closed center like this, structurally you have a little more leeway to break rules like this. Long-term problems could still await this king if you're careless, but I actually really like that idea of G4 and F5. But okay, instead of Giri playing slow jam in this one, like you said, he prefers a little bit less Metallica, a little more Jamie Foxx, a little more slow jam.
Slow jam, nice and controlled. Yeah, he's the slow jam.
Yeah,
the slow jam guy.
A little bit of Marvin Gaye and Luther Vandross.
Right. Did you see? Little Anita, right? Yeah. It's. Did you see that? Whoa, hold up. We can take twice. No,
shout out to NJ Greg with the 46-month sub.
Bro, 46 months. How many years is that? That's all of them. Dang, Greg. Been here a long time. 46 months, Greg. Thank you, Greg. 46, almost 4 years. Basically 4 years. Takes. Yeah, Gary's just up a pawn, but activity. Wow, your rook can't do anything. You can't go C2, C1. You go rook C3. What does that do? Okay, so eval bar F5. I want to play F5 so bad. Doesn't work. No, it works.
F5?
It works. Takes, knight takes. But his bishop takes B5.
One fun idea is if you can play F5 and then E6.
F5, E6.
You hit G7 at the end of the line. I'm not sure it works.
That might be it. Queen D2.
It's so much easier for us to suggest those moves.
Yeah, let's just try it. Right? Oh, it's
probably the best.
Whatever.
Probably the best was probably a little alpha Harry over here with H4, H5. But
Harry the H pawn there. Yeah.
He's got you got to respect the technique though. He's got the B pawn. Get the ladies off the board. Note the knight and bishop working together to make this C file a little he's a little impotent over there. That rook on C8 doesn't have nearly as much as first meets the eye.
Actually, what he did was just a 2700 masterpiece positionally. Yeah, that was beautiful. You point that out. He's literally never going to move the bishop in the knight, I think, from this point, unless he has to. Interesting. Barry Lester with 9. There we are. I train. Thanks for that, Barry.
Yeah, F497. We would love that. Just sub for 4 years, always be forking. Not a problem. Not a big deal. NJ Greg, he's an OG.
Yeah, he
I
been
wonder
here
who
a
the
long
first
time.
sub was to our chess channel. I wonder if I can go back and check that
I
out.
was say, I wonder if you could check that.
Yeah.
There's a way to check that.
I'm gonna find that guy, gal, find that person.
You were the first one.
All right, Queen
A5.
probably coming into B4 again. The bishop and knight working so well together to restrict makes you feel like you can be a little aggressive.
Queen B4 is knight C6 to move there. Interesting. I'm not gonna do that though.
We got so many other people we could be checking in on here. This is going to be fun to see how the standings start shaking up post this next round 3, because you got Hans Niemann in the event.
Oh yeah,
you got
Hans,
Prague, who we know had that tough pairing in the first round with Hikaru. We got the chess bra, Eric Hansen still playing. So many games coming up.
So many games. Me, Parham. Let's check out Draken. I'm definitely a fan of those tactics. He is his tactics are next level to me.
Who?
On Draken, Fair Chess, YouTube.
Oh yeah. No, that guy is one of the most all around. Like, you put him in a box. Try. You can't put him in a box.
Wow.
In a box big enough. The guy can't be put in a box.
Yeah, he's super strong. I love watching his chess. Very creative. What's up, BJH?
All right, knight F5 played.
Probably the first sub. They're saying BJH might have been the first sub.
I don't think so. I mean, I think BJH was the first sub to my personal Twitch channel. You know, we love you, BJH, but I don't think so. Anyway, we've got now an obstacle bishop. Whoa.
What
Giri
happened?
Just
my goodness.
Blunders into this. It's actually
my goodness.
It's actually a really funny point how careless you can be when you're just kind of assuming someone can't take a pawn and self-pin. Turns out you can self-pin.
Yep.
But what's the idea?
Right, what do you get out of it?
If you play rook b8, wait, what?
Draw. What? Oh, hold on, bro. Okay, how is this a draw?
If rook b8, bishop a7, rook a8.
Rook a8, yeah.
Is that the idea?
Rook
and we're
a8.
just trading everything? Okay, we're gonna head over to Hikaru's game, but Anish definitely let that one slip. All the Giri draw memes live. You know, sorry, Anish, but you're not helping your own case here, bro. You had a clear edge and you let it slip.
Yeah.
I gave Anish a lot of crap the other day because he was complaining to me privately about how many times he's finished 9th because of tie breaks on 8th. And I'm like, well, if you stop drawing your last game and play for a win, we don't have this problem. If you stop trying to draw your way into 8th place, you may not have the problem of worrying about chess.com's tie breaks.
Like, whose fault is that, huh, Anish? Huh?
Every time I do this because Anish leaks my DMs enough that I just have to get revenge.
All right. Yeah, I'm with it, right? You know?
Yep.
That's funny.
All right. Here we got something spicy. Hikaru on a king walk, but D7 lives. D7 is real.
Ooh, I like it. And we have white just has all the play here. Hikaru with 2, trying to close in on a 3 mark here. Definitely, as this rook on D8 is just not going to be, it's just not going to cut it. It's just not going to.
Was it Kirkwood who the first sub was?
Yeah, somebody else saying that. I see it right here, Kirkwood. Kirkwood.
For those of you who don't know Kirkwood, then you don't go far enough back. Kirkwood is no longer works at chess.com, but still a great friend, and not just of chess in the company, but shout out to Mr. Matt Lodge. We know where you're at, chilling somewhere like a villain, crushing it. Yeah, Kirkwood, it could have been Matt. That's so funny. That makes sense. That adds up. Okay, the king is actually safe on h3, which is really funny because this is the kind of stuff that I think Hikaru does better than almost anybody in the world. Like the things where you say, oh, you just can't do that. We all have those moments in calculation. You can't do where you dismiss a move because you just assume, okay, that's not going to happen. Right. And then it's like, oh no, actually the king is totally safe on h3. And that's probably, exactly what Tabatabai was experiencing when he went for this line, right? Hikaru's like, actually, the D pawn is more important and my king is totally safe over here.
And as you see, I mean, there's nothing anymore. And now after the dust settles, I have more than you. The D7 pawn about the queen. Queen E7 is about to end the game. F7's hanging. Everything hanging. Everything must go sail. And it's going to be a wrap. Queen E7, Queen F5 check.
Yeah, if Queen E7, Queen F5, you can play King G3. And there's actually Queen
Queen
G6
G5.
though. Oh no, there's no Queen G6, so there's no more check.
Wait, you're right. That's it.
So the question is the rook ending enough to win though, Canty? Because if Queen E7, Queen F5, King G3, Queen G5, the ladies depart. And actually, I don't know if that's winning for white because black has the 2-on-1.
He does. Well,
so
something happened here. That's completely losing now. Oh, Rook
C6.
Yeah, Rook C6, Rook C8.
I think that's it. Rook C6, Rook C8. Shake and bake.
Shake and bake, stick and move. Get him out of there.
Yep. Magic Man.
Right.
El Diablo. If we were racing cars together, who would be Magic Man? Who would be El Diablo?
You know what? I would be Diablo.
Oh man, I'll take Magic Man. Okay, Rook to C8 is coming. Actually, Tabai is going to lose. Hikaru will move to 3 of 3, predictably.
Oh wait. There's Queen E7.
Yeah, but now you have this move, Queen. Oh no, but then King F8. Okay, hold on, it's not over.
Right.
I'm wrong. Oh, if King F8, Queen D6, the king has to go back.
And then I guess we just do nothing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Push and walk the king around.
Is that the win? You got to go on a journey.
Wait a second. Yeah, maybe. I mean, because his pawns are going to be annoying, right? A5, yeah, it's an adventure. Right? That's a
Frodo's got nothing on this walk to Mordor. I mean, geez, that would be if that's the win. What is he doing with F6? F6? Actually, that's interesting because it cuts off the queen.
Wow. Sheesh, 2700. Yikes, F6. That was big boy Devereski right there.
This is a good lesson, though, that even if you're defending what seems like a really hopeless queen ending, never give up because the queen is the best at swindling a perpetual at the last second, right? Like, this is not easy to figure out the right plan. At some point, black maybe has an idea to, release the Kraken and go for something. So Hikaru has to be very precise.
In every way.
Although, look how good this is now, Canty. King F8 no longer worked because now Queen C5 could be played, followed by Queen C8.
Oh,
instead of Queen D6. So
right.
Hikaru is really playing this well. I think now he'll go for King G4 or A4. And the point is, the king can never touch F8 because now the idea is better than Queen D6. So he's almost in like a Zugzwang.
Beautiful. And that F6 move was brilliant here. Right, Zugzwang, A4 here. King is going to step up. I'm going to approach. Man, this is a masterclass.
This is so instructive.
It's so nice because you get to learn this stuff, right, Danny? And we just sit here and we just take it all in and commentate. And I'll be telling people, look, this is free lessons. And if you're watching at home, this is free lessons for you as well, if you take it in the right way. This is amazing technique here.
No, totally. And now he'll take with the king. And this check is nothing. You can just back up. But it's really interesting to see the flexibility that white has. As long as you keep the queen in the center in these endgames, you really increase all your options, full board power. And I really like how Hikaru improved that position with not just the F6 pawn sacrifice to limit the queen's ability to do things like this, but also just create more weaknesses. This is, somebody clip it and ship it. This is an endgame lesson. I'm not going to study it later because I'm lazy, but you should.
Exactly, right? You should go study this because this was stunning, to be honest. He gets the king around.
Dude, he's got the H pawn now if he's really into it.
Right. Look at the queen been on D8 how long?
Actually,
queen can never move.
I feel like he should have played G4 first because then King G7, he had G5. Hikaru was going to win anyway, but I think G4 was a little more accurate.
G4, H4, everything 4. G5 and we live?
G5 and we live? I don't know. Actually, then you have H6. I love it. G5 takes H6. I think it's your move, dude. Canty calls it. Canty calls it. You can take F6 with anything now, and you actually open up new problems on G7, right? So if you take here, that's funny. Talk about pointing out that the pawn is pinned by opening up a mate problem.
Oh, now you move the queen. Maybe just queen E4.
I think he'll probably just take with the king first.
Oh, yeah, just king takes.
If queen F3, king E7, you don't, where's the next check, right? Although your move this is really nice too. But if he goes queen D8, what's next? I guess queen E8. Annoying. Okay, yeah. Anything wins. Shout out to Hikaru for the endgame lesson. We appreciate it.
That's right. Thanks, chat. Thank you. What's up, T Ziza?
Just goes and gets another queen. Dirty dog.
Dirty dog. It's a family channel. What up, Keela? Yeah, family channel here. Check. Check. And
You're getting all kinds of, you're getting
look
all
at
kinds
that
of
check.
love in the chat, Canty.
Yeah, I
They
know,
love
man.
it. They
Hey,
love your
man,
predictions. You're a beautiful man,
hey,
Canty.
you know what? I appreciate it. Look, I try to. You said that. Y'all said that, man.
All right.
Say it.
We got Vidit versus Chess Fat Bear. Fat Bear about to give
Fat
us a
Bear.
bishop lesson. Bishop
Oh,
B3.
yeah, that's it.
It's
And
over.
push.
Oh, this is instructive. You'll like this, right?
Oh,
King can come
yeah.
around, or if your king gets to C1, then bishop C4 also wins. So
Right.
the only thing he'll probably do first is maybe like gain a little weird tempo just so that king, or this move. The whole point is that when you move down, the king doesn't come in to hit the bishop. So this is the fastest way to force
There it
out.
is. Look at that. Ooh, and the bishop has to move. And the queens. Sal's going to be petite here. And he goes down.
I love it.
64. Dang.
Chess queen thrown down against. Okay, nope.
Okay, nice draw with Sudaro. Yeah, nice draw.
Moskalenko playing Durabali here.
Here go another bishop game. Something happened. That eval bar jumped hard.
Yeah, there was a blunder there.
Something happened. Yeah, but it's
probably not super worthy of.
Oh, it's a flag. No increments.
Yeah, he's flagging.
I forgot. That's just a dirty flag, man.
Yeah, it's it is a no increment world, and I am a no increment girl living in this show. And this is fun. All right, what are our standings in regards to the overall situation here? What do you got, Canty?
I see some threes up there. I see Misha Nick with 3. Is that it? There's only a few threes. Wow. Hikaru, Jeffrey, and who is Sankal Gupta? And then you have Misha Nick, which is Alexei Serrano.
All right. Well,
that's kind of crazy.
We have our break we're going to take real quick, our first fair play break to make sure that all things are working and working hard. And before we do, actually, though, we're actually going to throw to an interview where one of our content correspondents caught up with the one and only Jeffery Xiong after one of his previous games here in the first 3 rounds. So that's exciting. A new little segment. Take a fun look into this interview, see what Jeffery Xiong had to say, and wait for me and James Canty on the other side as the Rapid Chess Championship presented by Coinbase continues on.
It's impressive wins there. I'm chess correspondent Spenny Thompson, by the way. Just about this format in particular, obviously players are playing online all the time, mostly in shorter time controls like 3-0, 5-0, and Bullet. How do you feel about this 10+0 time control? It's kind of somewhere in between like really long rapid games, but Blitz, you can't really get away with the same tricks you do in Blitz. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a good point. It is very tricky, it feels like. So especially when I first started playing the time control, I didn't have a good rhythm. Like I couldn't figure out, should I play really fast or should I treat it more like rapid? But that part I think everybody's still trying to figure out, outside of Hikaru maybe, who has already mastered it. But yeah, it's certainly very interesting.
Yeah, and I guess a bit of an adjustment when you go to the, hopefully, fingers crossed, the knockouts on Sunday when you have to suddenly adjust to having an increment. What do you do mentally to kind of like shift from those two formats?
Yeah, exactly. Transitioning from the 10+0 to 10+2, definitely a huge difference. You can no longer bank on having a potential flagging scenario. So I think everyone, because they're used to the 2-second increment, it's not a huge switch, I would say. Mainly because we're more, the 10+0, I would say, is the kind of newer concept. That's the one that most players have struggled with, I would say.
Right. Okay, well, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. We got to get you back to the other Zoom calls, but thanks so much for checking in.
Sure, yeah.
Look at that. Interesting combo there between our own Spencer Thompson, content correspondent, and Jeffery Xiong. Caught up with him after round 1. The breakdown between playing no increment and increment chess is a really interesting experience, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Increment, of course. I grew up on no increment, and then when increment came around, I was like, well, I don't like this increment thing, especially when I was losing games. Like
Yeah.
when you're losing games, and I'm like, I'm supposed to flag him, and you don't. But then you appreciate it when you need that time. So it's a bittersweet thing. But I think increment makes you bring out your best game because you actually do need to play good. Because if you're losing, you can't rely on that flag, right? You know.
Yeah, it's true. And, you know, I think it's also in some ways helped legitimize the, I guess, experience of online chess, right? The truth is most high level tournaments for years have had increment. I mean, the standard FIDE time control has been 90-30 since, you know, more than 2 decades. That's 90 minutes plus 30 seconds additionally on every move for those who don't speak French. And then there's also, you know, a lot of other events that, you know, historically have had increment, the, you know, the World Championship tiebreaker. So, you know, as I can just speak for, you know, how I approach this designing these events for years. Like with the SCC, a big part of us legitimizing that it was a speed chess event where chess would matter, we had to go with increment, right? And I think over time, people have seen that the 1-1 time control, one of my favorite time controls, you know, because you get the fastest form of chess, the high level intuition and calculation challenge, but also not the ruthless, brutal flagging, right? And if it's how epic is it when you see someone barely get a winning position with just a couple seconds on the clock, and then they convert it for 30 moves, right?
Yeah.
Which they could never do without increment. Oh, by the way, holy bejesus.
Whoa, what
we have Bishop takes H2 by Xiong against Hikaru.
I know. I'm looking at that like, wait a second. Hold on. That Bishop usually doesn't go there. What is going on right now?
Perfect timing that we caught up with Jeffery Xiong before he plays the biggest game of the event so far, the black side against Hikaru Nakamura. It's not something where a lot of people get an advantage, but look at Jeffrey's prep. He knows Hikaru's B3 system well, gets a decent position out of the opening. But then this knight D4 trick with Bishop D7, followed by Bishop takes H2. Wow.
What? And then
this has got to be just home cooking.
Yeah, he got tired of Hikaru beating up on him. That's what happens. Like he probably went, you know, he got the bully at school, and then you get you go to Taekwondo or something, and you're just waiting to play it on him. You're just waiting to hit him with that move. And that is what we have here. Look at the time too. Jeffrey, like not thinking much. Jeffrey's hitting him. This is definitely something nice. I ain't seen this before ever. And I don't think Hikaru has either.
Yeah, dude. This is a very nice little trap. This check going after the C3 bishop is key. I think black is just going to be up a healthy pawn at the end of the line. The point is, I mean, when you first saw Bishop takes H2, I'll be honest, I was shocked because you normally think of this tactic and a Greek gift, right? But I'm like, that doesn't work here. There's a bishop here. There's a queen. But then you see another purpose of the tactic to take advantage of the loose bishop on C3. I don't even need to show the line because it's happening on the board. At the end of this line, black is just up a pawn.
Do I take D4 too? Oh, but C7's. But I mean, I might as well. And I don't have a choice. Either D3 or take D4. Or B2. No, B2 seems stupid.
No, I think you can take D4, right?
Yeah, I think you just take D4. Like, you just gotta go with that.
Right? Black is the one playing for a win now. Hikaru is instantly in trying to hold a draw mode. There's no version that. So whether we're reading too much into the tea leaves and this was just a blunder at the board, or whether this was prep, I have this feeling that at the very least Jeffrey has been looking at these types of positions, because why wouldn't he? He plays Hikaru so often here. Yeah. And then this nice little tactic is one that Hikaru will never forget after this.
I know he was super prepped for that. And I'll be hyped if I was him. Jeffrey, like, yes, the prep works. It's like when your prep works, especially against Hikaru, because nothing ever works. But when your prep works here, you know, it feels good. And I know Jeffrey's feeling great here. Like kind of out of prep now, though. He is definitely thinking between the two moves, D4 and D3. Definitely, I think, calculating very long lines because you need to with Hikaru. There it is. He takes knight f3 play instantly. Yeah, and I mean, even with your prep, like, he still has activity. His pieces are active.
Yeah. The fact that he's down 2 pawns, though, is the problem, right? So the question is, how many pawns can he win back before black coordinates? Probably the D5 pawn, but he's still down this H pawn. And of all the type of endings where you can actually convert that type of odd extra pawn, Canty, a knight ending is your best chance. And because knight endings, as they say, are the closest to king and pawn endings, right? And not to say it wouldn't be a draw with best play, but from a practical perspective, Black does have something to push for there. So Hikaru has to really be careful here. He needs to be focused to hold the draw on this one.
I actually saw this too from Jeffrey. This Queen B2 line I was calculating. Queen T5, Knight F6, Queen B7, Queen A3. And I was looking at this line. Oh, he didn't take though, but I can still take on A3. So what's the difference? Whole thing was this whole line here. Oh, he wants Rook C7. Saw this,
Yeah, I
but I
think
didn't see Queen 5.
I think this is the right idea. He's down 2 pawns, but as we said, this one you can't get back. It's over. You blundered that. You just got to live with it. But if you can win this pawn back and not allow further activity, that's why you don't take with the queen and allow Rook B8. Whoa, A4.
He might just be okay with the draw. Like, man, you know what, Hikaru, whatever, bro.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. It is what it is. I'm not gonna get an advantage. My prep worked. I got to draw. What do you want to do?
Yeah. Well, now he'll push for a little bit for fun, but yeah, this is Hikaru is going to hold despite the blunder of that H2 pawn.
Hey, that's just crazy. Even when your prep works, it don't work.
But I mean, okay, getting a draw is Black, right? I mean,
okay, that's true with Black. Draw with Black, that actually is good.
That's
extremely well. Like,
you'll have to take it.
That's the standard, right? Draw with Black, on white.
Okay, well, we'll come back to this one just in case there's some outside, world, universe, a multiverse perhaps, where Jeffrey is actually pushing this one.
QT Jelly says he just now realized he was down 2 pawns. Wow, that's crazy. He didn't know that.
Well, maybe he forgot that the whole way the tactic started was bishop takes H2 check. So
yeah,
we'll check back on that one. Let's go look at Oparin Grigori versus Parham Magsudlu. Couple of names we're used to seeing in all kinds of online rapid blitz bullet events. What was this opening?
Right, great question. Queen's Gambit declined. Vienna. Oh, those Viennas are sharp. Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
This guy. Yeah.
I love this.
Oh, okay.
I love this
Big
D5
Greg.
line.
Oh, this is nice. This is spicy. Can I get a extra piece spicy, please? Right. This is very, very spicy. What do you do now? I sack the piece. Oh, wait a second.
What's the move? Can you take C5 check? Because okay.
Well, I block on 98 after Rook B8 check.
Yeah, after everything with Queen E7, Rook B8, 98.
Yeah.
So instead, you just take A6. What's funny about this is even though initially to justify a piece sacrifice, you feel like you have to get pressure against the king, but now all of a sudden you do the math and you're like, White's already got enough pawns, bro.
For the piece,
like,
yeah. You're right. And I got the 8 pawn and the rook. In fact, piece activity. What is who says that? Giri. I remember Giri said piece activity trumps material. So, being down this rook in the corner on H8. If you never get it active, I'm never down a piece. So it's all about timing for me, initiative and pushing this A pawn. Yeah.
Raunak Sadwani is champ 2005. Those asking in chat.
That is correct.
For those
beast. Another Indian beast. I forgot about him.
Yeah. Okay, well, interesting game from Grigori. I love games like this because you wonder someone's going to be looking at this and whether this is an interesting piece sack we'll start to see more of, or just some sort of practical weapon, played in a rapid event online.
Oh man, this is amazing to see this kind of stuff too, right? To check the database to see if this game actually is there any games like that? Man, this is amazing. That sack was sweet.
A lot of games we could go check on too. We'll keep our eye on this one. Let's go check on Alexander Predke. At the start was one of the lowest rated players in the event because he hadn't played any rapid. Now sporting a rating a little closer to something palatable. Anish should win this one, but we've now seen a couple draws in a row. In fact, we've seen 3 draws in a row from Anish, right?
Yeah. No,
2. But he's much better in this position. This should be a pretty smooth technical.
Yeah, this should be a win. What move is it? It's Alexander Predke's move. So Predke, there's a Chris Predke too. Is that his brother? Are they related? They have to be, I'm assuming, in chess. But there's a Chris Predke. Yeah, I think he was GM too as well. There's another one. Interesting.
Grandmaster Brothers. Vidit is playing. Vidit is in the event. Krishnan Gupta over there on YouTube.
Oh.
He lost a tough game, I think, last round to Zhao Jun. That's Chess Fat Bear, for those who speak username. Okay, but this is a tough one. Now Black is actually threatening to move knight takes b4 if you want to force a rook ending where you're up a couple pawns. But what's funny, if there's no back rank, you have to worry about rook b6 there. So watch out, right? Knight takes b4 is a threat. That's my point. Rook takes, and rook b6 would be an interesting move if not for the back rank fun.
So
h4 played. So that's actually a good move. White is preparing. I think the rook ending is actually still winning for Black, by the way. Just like something like this, because even with this like check and you come around, I wonder what this endgame is. I know the eval bar has gone up, but you've got these 2 pawns.
Right. And it's central. Yeah, that's easy. Not easily, but no, I'm with it.
I don't think Giri should go for that. Yeah, this is a much better move, but I think in theory.
Oh, that's it. What do you even do? How do you hold everything? You have to go rook c2. That's miserable. Bro, you can't. Oh, wait, you could go knight e. No, that loses a pawn. Yeah, this is just to take an L. I was wondering why it was -6. 6.2. Yeah, that's a mean L there. Anish is going to take a dub. This one, chat. Yeah. 7 points in 3 games. Yeah, he did. Some Ross, right? 7 points in 3 games. What's up, Kitty Jelly? Lame, hello. Shoot. Yeah. What's up?
Okay, he plays rook d4.
Okay.
2 minutes and down 2 pawns. Okay, sorry, it's only 1 pawn.
3, 6, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. He said it's on stale, huh?
Okay, rook d4. Okay, we're gonna keep focused on whether Anish can convert this particular endgame.
Okay.
All right, go for it. What do you think Anish is going to play here?
I think Anish is going to play. Let me think. Knight c3. I like knight c3. It hits 92. What do you do about your knight? Knight a7? Or if I take. I give I'm not going to take his knight. It gives too many chances in there. Yeah, it gives too many chances. So here, let's see. I think he has 92, but I'm actually going to move over to another game. Let's check out Hikaru and Chef Jeff. Hikaru. That's a draw. Oh, this is that same game. Dang, Jeffrey pushed. Jeffrey tried to push. Jeffrey really threw his way out. What's up, Wally? What's going on? Alberto. Hello, how are you? Yeah, he's trying to push this out, as you see. Hikaru offered a draw, and Jeffrey declined the draw. Jeffrey declined it, bro. Jeffrey ruthless, bro. Jeffrey don't care about nothing. Chef Jeff says, I came to cook. I'm going to cook something today. You better, it's going to be you. He's trying to cook them right now. He declined the draw in the drawing position. So what if I go rook f4? No. Okay. Are you going to take the draw? There it is. He finally took the draw. He tried to play that boy out. That's funny. That's funny. No, that was hilarious. Let's see what other games we have. That was round 4. And let's look at Misha Nick still playing. G5's no good. Kind of dry here. Looks like some zeros. Definitely. Let's check out Yaspam. Oh, it's spicy. Oh, yeah. It's spicy right here. What up, chat? I see you. Oh, yeah. F4 for the score.
I love that.
Eval bar. Yeah. That F4 move. Ooh,
hey, what's the idea? If you en passant with GF3, I guess it's
H5 and we live.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. H5 and we live. Easy one. And then, but I mean, I'm going to take it and open the file. Just kind of there. Look like.
Well, if you don't, If you don't take on Passan, the knight moves. Okay, now
what
you're getting desperate.
Was there a piece there? Oh man, he just moved that there. It felt like there was a piece there.
The best part about knight c4 is that it doesn't even threaten anything. You could take it, but I was gonna say you could just take g4 or even play h5. And on this check, what do you? Even king c1?
Yeah, even king c1.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, this is a nice game from Alexienko. Jospin under the clock. Under the gun here, meaning. What's funny is Alexienko is thinking it through because I think, okay, you don't want to take here. Queen c3 opens up perpetual chances of rook takes b3, but
why is he not looking at king c1? Is there a rook b3 or something? No. Queen
check
c3.
here, check here. The knight has to go to d1.
And what's on king a2, which is played? Knight c2. Ooh. Rook takes g6.
What?
Uh-oh.
In the world? No, dude, he blundered. The queen guards g1.
Right, he's gonna take it, and now he's tripping with 2 minutes on the clock.
No, dude, he just miscalculated that.
He did.
He thought he had queen h6, king g8, and rook g1, but it doesn't work.
It does not work. King b1 taken. Boom. Only 1 minute on the clock. Queen d4 check needs to be played real quick. Queen d4. Queen d4 check. He moves out of the way. You need to be careful. That knight on b4 is strong, my guy. Maybe play e5. You got to cover the back rank. Knight e2, something. What's the worst place piece? The knight. Got to move that boy. Something.
This doesn't look like. This doesn't look like I would want to play white in a time scramble. The white king is in so many kinds of tricky mating nets.
Yep. Got to check first. Knight e2. I was thinking knight e2 could be played. There it is. You got to cover g1, and then we can play queen f5 and go for mate. I think we might be able to bag this because of the rook inactivity on b8.
I'm nervous. Okay.
Queen
you
f5.
might be right. I guess I'm just thinking about the fact that the position was so winning, and now it's really changed.
Oh, man, that was good. Queen f5, he's good. Wait, what? That doesn't work? Oh, maybe rook g2, bro. Jeez. Dang,
rook g2, check. Queen f6. The problem is this knight is pinned to the back rank. This knight is protected, so I just feel like we're a blunder away from everything changing.
Exactly. We are a blunder away.
And probably now you drive the h-pawn, given that the queen guards the knight.
But you're right. And knight c1. We can play knight c1 to defend the king.
But you know what's funny? Yeah, I think you should do what you're saying with queen e7 and h5, because at first I was like, if you play h5, the rook comes to g8, and then there's threats of rook g1, which is still true.
He takes it. Ooh, that
queen d6.
Oh man,
rook d6.
He playing with fire right now. He's like, all right, 30 seconds, play with fire. Let's go. I understand. That was a very good bullet decision there.
But dude, if I had to pick which one of these guys I'd take exactly in a bullet match, I would take Jospin.
Yeah, you're right. I'm taking Jospin too. Jospin's very dangerous. And it's not mate. It is not mate on h1. I can't block with knight c1. But there are mating threats. But it is not mate.
King f7. He's probably just going to go, whoa, no, he's going for it. He's running away.
20 seconds, 30 seconds on the clock. No increment.
20 seconds for white, 30 seconds. Sorry, 20 seconds for black, 30 seconds for white. No rook e6 is coming.
Jospin running out of time. Moves the king. Oh my goodness, this is getting scary. It's getting real scary right now, Danny. Black is in some trouble.
Dude, I'm calling it. Jospin's going to win this game. This is the two rooks you don't want to mess with.
Oh my goodness, this might be it. Your king might be mated, my guy. 13 seconds on the clock. You are lower on time now.
How do you stop it? Oh, he lost knight a2, rook d1. Oh, no, knight goes back to b4.
Takes. He's playing. Wow, he's going to be okay. He might flag. Oh, don't flag.
12 seconds. No, dude. Alexienko going down. Oh my gosh. So I'm not trying to say that I saw it coming, but I'm telling you, like the moment he messed that up, like bullet chess, two rooks, that is such a hard position for white to play when you're in a mating net. Whether it was winning or not, figuring that out was like a very tall task for Alexienko.
Yeah, with that time scramble there was the absolute craziest thing you could see all day, guys. With that, wow, with the two rooks and the knight, I mean, that was crazy. And honestly, I'm a fan of taking the queen in that situation. And
Yeah.
man, the 2 rooks in the time scramble. Oh man. Oh man.
Well, what games are still going here in round 4?
Only
There's
one.
only one. Amin Tabatabai versus a new player, haven't seen before, Harsha Barata Cody. Did I say that
I've
right?
never seen that. That was actually
Baratatha Cody.
that was really good. Baratha. Yeah, I wouldn't have got. I wouldn't have said that if I would have heard you say it.
Oh, you think
Oh, he made
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh man,
dude!
I remember when this used to be a draw in the book, Danny. I remember, the days of when this supposed to be a draw. Not anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, with no increment, you always got to play it out, especially if you've got even just a little bit of a time edge. But
yeah,
oh man, poor guy, poor Harsha. That was rough. We're laughing with him, not at him. Don't worry.
Right. Oh my goodness. Well, that hurts. That hurts.
Well, that was wild. We've got the next round getting to start here soon.
Yeah, we 4 out of 4 for who is Senko Gupta, bro. 4 out of 4, going crazy. 3.5 out of 4. Hikaru holds it down.
Yeah,
right behind and Jeff as well.
This is a grandmaster that we haven't seen before. Obviously, hasn't played a ton of rapid, given that he's only 2,300.
Right.
So that's an interesting one. We'll see how Gupta fares when he faces off against Hikaru next.
Yeah, jeez.
That's going to be.
Like
I mean, I assume he'll get.
Actually just started.
There we go. Game on. Oh no, he's got Xiong.
Thanks, Jeff.
Xiong and Gupta. The only player still on 4 of 4 gets paired with Jeffery Xiong, the man who just drew Hikaru Nakamura. And we are into round 5 here. The Rapid Chess Championship brought to you by Coinbase. Shout out to our guys over at Coinbase.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go. We've got a interesting, probably going to be some King's Indian attack style Carol Khan here. This is interesting.
Oh, this is KIA. Yeah, Jeffrey is a fan of this. He's good with it, but I don't like the E5 lines that Black does. I'm not a fan of the E5 stuff. When they get E5 in, like it's ugly. Not the biggest fan of it. E5 though.
That's probably true. Flaminas on Twitch. Guy heard me butcher his name and he panicked. That's wouldn't be the first time I caused something bad to happen with the power of jinxing. Shout out to you, Joshua Chamberlain. Sorry, inside joke. Okay. The show continues on here. We still got more than half of the event left. I guess we're about to reach the halfway mark. There's the standings right in front of you. Reminder to everybody, if you missed it, that we are actually at the halfway point in the Rapid Chess Championship season. And a huge announcement this week is that we opened up the first portion of every RCC weekend, meaning the Swiss event you're seeing before your eyes, to every grandmaster in the world. As long as you have a GM title, you are now eligible to compete in the Rapid Chess Championship. So tell your friends about me. Let's do it. Get more people involved in this event. We're actually, I think, already seeing some different kinds of fun in fighting chess. And part of the reason we did that is because the field was just a little too small, and allowed people who jumped out to an early lead to play some safe chess toward the end. And we didn't like that. We didn't like what we were seeing. We want to see more variety, more challenges, and I think that it's going to make the Saturday portion even more exciting as the field slowly expands and more grandmasters become aware of their new opportunity. So we are excited about it. So this is Jeffery Xiong taking on the only remaining 4-point person in the event. We also have Pavel Pankratov with the white pieces against Hikaru Nakamura. Hikaru continues to sport some different line. No, this was not a Dutch. Okay, this is one I can get behind. This is a good old-fashioned Nimzo. One right out of my playbook here. And with the pawn coming to F5, that's a natural thing you do anytime you're able to put the knight on E4 in some of these mainline Nimzos to reinforce your control of the light squares and try to create the type of structure that's conducive toward pieces coming to the king side. So, You have to be careful because anytime you advance the F pawn, you open up the idea that when the E4 break inevitably happens, opening up the squares means opening up access to the black king. So Hikaru has to be a little careful with that. And E4 happened right away. But okay, he's so used to these positions, right? The King's Indian pawn chain. This is a type of position that Hikaru made a name for himself as a young rising star, and continues to just love super sharp positions where he's all in on an attack on one side of the board, and dealing with his opponent's space advantage on the queen side. So Hikaru now in a position that he's comfy, an interesting structural transition from a Nimzo.
I like it. Absolutely. Queen e7, g5, and like you said, of course, even rook f7. And trying to get g4 in, but I like this move. Stopping any kind of g4 action. Like, how are you going to get g4, h5 in? It's really hard to do
this
that,
bishop
actually.
e2 move, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, that bishop e2 and the rook lift. And then even the bishop coming to g4 and e6 is alarming. Maybe you lock it up, play b5.
Agreed. I also like Hikaru's response with c5 though too, because it's a move that positionally, is a blunder, right? You allow en passant and you're creating this isolated backward pawn. But from a practical perspective, Canty, especially after seeing bishop e2 and knowing that white was not going to allow a traditional pawn storm, opening up the board, right, creating chances on both sides, I think is where Hikaru is going to thrive rather than some sort of positional squeeze. So we saw what happened after c5, right? Eval Bar says, Mikey don't like it. Engine says, no, I'm better now. And you're not wrong. But, it's hard. It's hard to really have the time and the positional technical skills to grind against weaknesses when your pieces aren't ideally placed to do it, right? Especially in rapid. So, again, those are the little things that end up paying off in terms of Hikaru's approach to these types of fast time controls.
Yeah, because this is, definitely fast time control always will favor Hikaru here when you got that extra time. Of course, it can go either way a lot of times, but definitely the sharp tactics we're going to see here with Hikaru, especially as he opened up with c5. I still see the g5, g4 looking good. And he's good at grinding these positions, as we know, too, as well. So I think it's a lot of play for black. But white got this play, too, on c5, knight c4. I think it's double-edged.
Totally double-edged. White has the space, a position. If you just take the minors off the board, white is the one with pressure potentially against these pawns. Or even if you just put all the pieces on their ideal squares, right? If this queen could slide to f2, if you could actually get the pieces coordinated for white.
Yeah.
But it's hard to do that. Hikaru's going to try to keep the position off balance.
98. That's always usually a rough move to make. Engine on the knight b1. Like,
this is a really hard position to play. It's also one where every time the engine rethinks on the position, everybody, you're going to see a small slide up for white, barring a blunder for white. And that's because the engines in the algorithm are given criteria with which they then weigh the position, right? And white has more space, which is something that engine says good. Oh, space equals this amount in the math, right? Whereas double pawns are bad or bishop pair. So I don't really give it a lot, of immediate credit just because the engine's going to keep liking white. 98 was both an offensive move and an aggressive move because this knight has plans to eventually maybe arrive on a square like this. So
might even be considered like a b5, d5, but just to break that up. But that makes e5 super weak. So maybe he's going 96, knight d4 too. Another idea he could be going for, but there might be a exchange sacrifice on d4. Maybe he wants that.
Yeah. Oh no! If he puts the knight on d4, you've got to take that thing.
You have to take.
Ask questions later. That is
right.
That is enough to make every Armenian chess schoolboy get excited, right? Shout out to you, Tigran Petrosian, and the exchange sacrifices.
Sack first, think later.
Yeah, sack first, think later. So,
very nice.
Yeah, someone is 4 of 4 because there's been 4 rounds and they've won every game. So there you go.
How is somebody 4 out of 4?
I know it's funny. Sorry, I'm not trying to call you out. That was a funny question. Like
how?
4 of 4 because they've won every game, and we're 4 rounds in.
Oh,
and
okay, that's great.
Speaking of which, if you want, we can take a quick peek at that game. As we said, Gupta is taking on Jeffery Xiong, and Jeffrey is
cooking up
like his
special.
position.
Yep, Chef Jeff over here is like, and here we have the gourmet special. Whoa, knight f4. Oh, Gupta, like, what's up, dog? Yeah. I know. Yeah. Come
I like
real
it.
Quick, bro. Let me talk to you real quick, Chef.
You know what's funny is I think the best move is like Queen G4 or Queen C2.
I looked at that. I like Queen G4, but I was like, I mean, I guess it depends. Queen C2, I don't like being on that rook file.
Yeah,
But
my
do you
main
have
point
a
is that
challenge?
if I had to guess, I don't think taking is the way for white to get an edge. You certainly can't take
Right.
G7 because E2 is
Right.
hanging with check.
Right.
So defending the knight makes sense. And then this whole thing was just like what a fancy way to to find a new home. Maybe that's it. Actually,
Yeah.
maybe Queen G4, Knight G6 is actually the line we see.
Interesting. Maybe that is it. But now I like my placement of the queen on G4. I'm not mad. He plays Queen C2. He didn't like G4.
Yeah, that's why the reason I was thinking that along with Queen G4 is because even though the rook is here, I was more worried about tactics on the pin because
Mhm.
could have been spicy. So this makes sense. The knight will have to find safety, and then you're going to play rook 81, I think, and this isolated pawn remains a target as long as you can control this D4 square.
I'm a big fan of it. Yeah, rook D1. This is great. I guess
at this,
I was
Canty.
concerned of D4 myself. What were we looking at?
I would say knight moves. You've got rook D1, and now you're always looking at ideas on D5 too. If there's weird
rook
forks.
D5, right. With
The knight guards it, so not quite right away, but it's
right, but it's there. Yeah, that's
you know what's funny
there.
too about the position?
What you got?
A7 is hanging.
A7 is hanging. Are you gonna take that?
I mean, you're gonna move your knight.
That is hanging, bro. It's a pawn, bro. I'm gonna take that pawn. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna take that pawn.
I like
it's free. It's free, bro. Yeah.
Gun Club.
Yeah.
Jeffery
It's
Xiong is
free.
like, welcome to the RCC, Mr. Gupta. You start out 4 of 4, but there's always a super GM waiting to slow down your run.
Always.
And I mean,
Always.
I got no reason why I can't take this pawn.
I have no reason. I'm gonna take the pawn. Thanks for the gumdrop. I appreciate you.
There you go.
Nice little gumdrop.
Okay,
He takes first. Bishop D4 check. Didn't take the
No.
pawn.
That was not right.
Oh,
The
no,
pawn's
that knight was
hanging.
beautiful, right? That knight was just great on F5. Now I'll take A7. This is like that 2700 stuff. Like they always, okay, you know what? I don't want to give you any counterplay at all ever. And then I'm going to take the ball. Anish Giri did the same thing, right? In that game, where he just like, he was winning and then ended up, okay, draw. But no chances. No chances. Yeah, exactly. What's up, Giri? Exactly, Neil. Right. Cologne's right. That's right. Queen F3, Queen H5, King H7. I think. Interesting. Yes, chat. That's right. Queen F3 from Jeffrey. Going Queen F6 is the idea. That's the idea.
Rook E6. Yeah, Jeffrey definitely let this slip though, man. I mean,
And on F5, you just take
I'm
A7.
just showing like, I went back to that position.
Yeah.
Because we had the eval bar, but knowing I just had to be sure. Yeah, I mean, it's easy for every human to miss that, even if you're better, but like neither side was, and now he'll never have a chance again. Neither side was recognizing that this A7 pawn was a freebie.
Yeah. That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now Gupta is back in business. He's down a minute on the clock, but in a much better spot than he could have been.
King H7 every time though.
Yeah.
King H7. And then I mean Gupta's fine. Like weirdly enough. Okay, if I take on H6, okay, I am tripping. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
That's tripping. You just
Take.
and play F5.
But I still have to worry about things like H4 with the dark squares. But I'm disappointed in our boy Chef Jeff. Sorry. This is not a game that black should still be in. White was crushing with that knight on F5, pawns hanging, and I think
sometimes there might be some psych there too, as Gupta 4-0.
Yeah,
you know, maybe it was some psych there. I know I could take this pawn, but maybe not. Gupta's playing good, blah blah blah. When in fact he was winning. Yeah, he had it.
Yeah, he had it for sure. Well, we'll see where this one goes. Hikaru is still playing against Pankratov. I'm going to pop back over there because
Whoa.
It's actually
whoa.
it's slipping for Hikaru. Wait, it was slipping for Hikaru. What?
Dang, he missed the move. Apparently something was completely winning. And now it's completely not.
Yeah, knight a4.
Yeah, that just wasn't it. All right, so if I move the queen, there's 2 pieces hanging. How do you get out of this? I mean, Hikaru could find everything. But I'm curious, is how is he going to find this one? Maybe, wait. Am I down a piece? Okay, so there are 2 pieces hanging. And it's equal.
Yeah.
What are we missing? Knight
e6, c2, but
I don't. Bishop c4. What is it? Queen f2.
Oh my God, queen
Bro,
f2.
that's that 2700 stuff. That's ridiculous.
Queen f2 because here comes 93.
No, 93. 91.
Oh, 91, even better.
I'm out.
Oh my God, he threatens mate in 2 ways.
I mean,
back rank and g2.
Yo, do we got fair play on Hikaru? Let's get the fair play team. Yeah,
Praggnanandhaa has got to be pissed on that. Like, seriously. First of all, we're going to back up and see what happened and why white was winning before knight a4, because that was frustrating to quickly see the eval bar jump without understanding why. We'll go back and learn about it. But what a trick. Queen f2 and 91 cuts off the queen's defense
out of here
of the f1 bishop.
What a move.
The bishop can't move because g2 would have been mate. And look, he's not even done being dirty. Oh my God, this is
like
a
little shake and bake, stick and move, right? Triangulation. Check.
Look at this.
2 again.
Okay, so first of all, how is Praggnanandhaa winning here? Let's back up and find out, because in this position,
a dub. So maybe you move the queen first.
White was winning.
Isn't easy.
Oh, you're right. It was queen d2. It's as simple as queen d2. White's up 2 pawns. And queen to d2 would have stopped all these shenanigans with the queen coming into all these squares. So that's a really hard move to see. I mean, what would you play in this position? Tell me knight a4 isn't on the top of your list.
Exactly. Because you're like, oh, hit the queen first, then move my queen.
Yeah, it also opens up the b pawn, opens up the c pawn.
The bishop's hanging on e6. Like,
yeah.
I mean, he thought he played it like a human would. But
so knight a4 is played.
Like a computer with him.
But now on queen d4, you still have to deal with the queen problem. And then the issue is the only way to save the game was to keep the queen on one of these squares that protects this side of the board. But when he left it behind, black comes in. Last chance was to bring the queen back to d1 to try to go to e2.
Yeah, right.
This was the last chance. But instead, he plays rook e6 and loses to 91. That is just absolutely insane, dude.
That is bananas. You see 91, your heart drops.
And then look, he's not even done. King g1 checks and queen f2. And it's
triangulation, shake and bake. Yikes.
Wow.
Hitting,
that is wild.
That hurts. See it here first, chat. Saw it here first.
Okay, back to Xiong and Gupta. Eval bar resets, recalibrates what's going on in a new position here. What is going on in a new position here?
Okay. Yeah, they are. Man, they still going at it here. How much? 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 5 pawns, 5 pawns. Moving the bishop back and forth. I mean, it could be a draw. You gonna repeat? You probably should. I don't have the right king activity as white. I'll be comfortable with the draw scheme. Keep it moving.
Yeah, someone's saying that Hikaru tactic is a puzzle rush.
Yeah.
Tactic. A hard one, actually.
Right,
a great
91. A hard one. Chat. Okay. Got a little bit of progress. King takes.
Okay. Yeah, this is a game where you like Xiong's chances because of what we see off the board, not on it, right? The clock is going to be hard to defend, and and that matters. But again, this game was one that really could have been very different. This is a good example of the bishop flexing on the knight, because when you have entry on both sides of the board, really, really hard for the king and knight to maintain Zugzwang. You have to be super accurate.
He's also going to play this out, too. Jeffrey played that king rook pawn, 2 pawns versus king rook pawn with Hikaru. You are no different, Mr. Gupta. You definitely about to get this played all the way out.
Yep. If king d6, there was bishop f8 check, so he plays knight e5, king of c5. Okay, but here comes a race, right? You've got F versus B. And
I like B. I like B
Yeah.
because the bishop holds that long range activity.
Yeah, the bishop at some point finds itself on d4, can sacrifice on f2, and the b pawn.
I think it's
This is exactly the opposite type of position you want when you're racing with pawns, meaning bishop versus knight. Just so much better for the bishop.
Oh, look at the eval bar. C4.
Yeah.
King C6.
I think it's just straightforward.
Wow. Game over. King C6. I guess you just push. You can't catch it. Is that it?
You can't even catch it. Knight d6, you've got bishop f8.
Dang. And Gupta. Wow.
Yeah, dude. Time runs. Jeffrey says, don't panic, Dan. I know I misplayed the middle game, but I got you, baby. I'm like, thanks, Jeff.
And this is what you can learn from Jeff is just keep playing. Play the main games all the way out.
He dedicates that win to me. Sorry, I just said that he did.
Yeah, he did. I think he did.
Okay. Jeffery Xiong takes the win from a overall standings perspective. That puts him and Hikaru sitting there at the top with a couple of other people too. No, just 4.5. Sorry, I misread 4 out of 5. That's different than 4.5 out of 5. So Xiong and Hikaru, who drew each other earlier in the day, if you missed it, are tied for first as we head into round 6. Let's give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Coinbase. Haven't done that yet today. Reminder, you can go to coinbase.com/chess. Get some free Bitcoin just for activating and then confirming your account. Coinbase.com/chess. I think there's also a go.chess.com/Coinbase Go link we still got going. Go check it out. Obviously, the crypto world is experiencing some crypto things, a lot of up and down, but definitely doesn't mean you can't take advantage of our sponsor support. Go to Coinbase.com, check them out, get your free Bitcoin, which is as good as cash money, or so I hear. We've got round 6 coming up. We've had some more interesting matchups than we would have otherwise with the new players joining the field. We can check in on a few of them right here. These are some faces of some players that weren't in previously. We'll throw it up. You got Hans Niemann. I don't think he was playing previously.
Right. I think that's a big chop right there in the center. That one's Mustafa.
Yeah. That's our boy Big Chop, #1 man from Turkey.
That's right.
And Hans puts his hand up on the camera. You can't tell what it is when it's that close. Is that a baby's butt? Was that a hamburger? Or was that Hans Niemann's palm?
Right. No idea.
You decide.
Yeah. You decide. Who did that other guy?
Yep.
Sweet. 2 more rounds.
All right.
How y'all feeling, chat? How's the chat feel?
I think we got the next round kicking off here. Indeed, we do. Where to go? So many options.
Right.
Oh, well, we've got Hikaru, Anish, Giri.
Gotta stay there. Hikaru, Anish, right? Anish.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Take him down.
Okay, are we gonna get a Berlin? Anish might normally be happy with a draw as black against Hikaru, but given that he's gonna need more, nope. Okay, we're gonna see it. Oh my God, he takes the pawn.
Here it is.
Oh my God, it's the most. Oh my God, dude, his knight is trapped in the middle of the board. Oh my God. The e-file's open. The king's in danger. There's no way he's gonna win this. Oh my God, the king's in danger.
It's a draw.
Oh,
man, that was crazy.
God, they had me on the edge of my seat there,
bro. That was nuts. I had no idea what was about to happen. Like,
thank God,
bro, that was so fast. Like,
that was so close. 2 of my favorite players. I'm just so glad it ended peacefully, so that no one's upset.
Man. I know.
Oh my gosh! And now I hope that comes back to haunt Anish Giri and that he's on the outside looking in on tie breaks. You know, so you're looking back with a little bit of regret. But man, was that not the most exciting game you've ever seen? You know what they say? Just because a game is a draw, Canty, doesn't mean it wasn't exciting.
Exactly. I think this had to be top 5. Had to be top 5 excitement there. Yeah. Now the energy fell through that was just unreal.
Okay. Dimitri Jakin is up a minute against Gupta, who has suddenly decided
that he don't want to play no more. He took that L. He's taking it real hard. He's taking that L hard from Chef Jeff.
Yeah.
He played knight f6. I was like, how did I lose the last game? And Draken's like, bro, can you move, bro? Like,
Yeah, I'm like sitting here like, what is
bro,
going
can
on?
you, what are you doing? What are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Wow. What are you doing?
Well,
All right.
at least let's see. What's the username? Potato for president says same joke twice. You're right, but how many
Right.
times have we seen that game?
Yeah.
We've seen that game 4 dozen times. So every time we see that game from now on, I'm going to be on the edge of my seat because you never know what's going to happen.
Exactly. You never know what's gonna happen, chat. Especially people who just saw that for the first time and they're like, what just happened there? Right. Some people really have never seen that before are just like, wow, like what the heck just happened?
What just happened? We're gonna leave that game between Andraken and Gupta for them to figure. I don't know what's going
Figure
on
that
there.
one out over there, yeah.
We've got Serrana versus Dura Bailey.
Okay.
And
what is this? Oh, some type of
this is actually a fun one. This is an opening, a dubious opening right out of my playbook. This is some sort of Blumenfeld Gambit style thing. It was from a Nimzo, but you get this B5 idea on D5.
Stuff. Right.
And the Benko, you sacrifice the queen side for open lines on the queen side. And the Blumenfeld, you sacrifice the queen side to try to get the 2 pawns in the center. So it's a little bit of a different kind of dynamic. I love playing these positions as black and blitz and rapid, but you know, you are down a pawn.
Yeah, you're down a pawn, right? Just down a pawn here, and quick movements. Like, bro, this some serious theory. I mean, they are moving very fast in here. They've seen all of this before. Very interesting stuff. Wow. A3, so if I take or go bishop A5. Interesting. E3, I like. Almost took 3 moves. There's no chance to set a trap. Yeah, kind of crazy.
Yeah,
kind of crazy. I mean, but this is just prep. They know this.
Yeah, I'm wondering the same thing about Sand Club. There's a lot of fans in the YouTube chat from India. Shout out to everyone watching from India on YouTube. Right. We appreciate your rabid biasness against all players from India. Or no, with all players from India, accusing anytime someone makes an honest comment about whether someone from India played a bad game with attack them with absolute veracity. We love the passion you bring, India.
That's right. We do love y'all passion, India. They are ride or die for their players.
Oh, seriously, like if you make a single comment like, well, that was a bad game by Vidit, you literally just, YouTube just goes nuts.
So, what are you talking about?
Like, you don't know anything.
You don't know anything. Bro, I was talking about his shirt, bro. Like, I have the same shirt, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Talking about his shirt.
All right, the knight comes into D3. Outpost would be supported by E4 if you can get it. But watch out for bishop takes H2. That's the trick. Anytime you don't have a knight on F3 in these structures.
Bruh.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I wasn't even looking at that. Like, that's crazy. Bishop H2
yeah, this is
there.
a little bit spicy. And I think Serrana smells a rat. He's paused and recognizes it, not going to allow it, puts the knight on F4. But that's an instructive tactic to keep in mind because easy to forget when you're not in a traditional position where you've been taught to think about the Greek gift. But Serrana doesn't miss it. Still up a pawn, by the way. This extra A pawn is real.
This is why you have to always look around. I mean, I'm definitely liking white now. Those 2 pawns. E6 is loose. C5, like nice, a little loose, and I have a past A pawn. Past A pawn. Serrano's very excited. Chat. Yeah, his facial expression is the same here. But if he makes mistakes, so like you can tell sometimes he's
Yeah, Serrana. No, you're right though. He's a stone cold killer. Yeah. He's a robot.
It's like it dyed his hair though. I think it's hair.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did he get his hair did?
I thought the same thing because last time I saw him, it was way darker than that.
Marshall Mathers called the real Slim Shady wants his hair back.
The real Slim Shady, aka Alexei Serrano. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I like that. Got the little hairdo. Should be 6.
Okay, bishop to B6 is played. Again, I really like these positions because part of the reason I play them as black is not just because I also love the cheap threats of Greek gift sacrifices, but it's more than meets the eye on the eval bar, right? I mean, white's up a pawn, but Black has control of the center. White has still yet to coordinate
Right.
all the pieces. The problem for Black is what do you do now? White is actually starting to show why this is a problem. If you play E5, D5 falls, the knight is pinned. So Bailey has to find an accurate way to keep pressure here.
Yeah, it's looking tough. I mean, this is looking very tough. As the E pawn, D pawn's weak. We sacrificed the pawn for activity. Okay, we might have some active pieces, but I think we have a lot of holes as well. E6 is loose, and it's diagonal. There's pin. There's pressure. One false move here is going to be an AO.
Chat telling us that the Vidit Gujarati game is heating up, so
Okay,
we're gonna
let's go
head
take a
over
look.
there. Vidit is okay, just taking a look. Initially, I like white. Yeah, the C5
Ooh.
square calling my name.
Spicy. Hold up. That might be. Wait a second. I mean, man, evaluation bar is very deceiving. Say like, yo, it's equal, bro. Do you see this? Like, equal
Yeah, I know.
what?
This is like,
What are you
this is
talking about?
equal.
F5?
yeah.
Didn't Levy be surrounded in Title Tuesday? He did. He hit him with that nasty Rook A4 check. He sacked the Rook for the mate with the 2 knights. I was doing the commentary for that. Yeah, I remember that. That was the when Magnus played. That was sweet. Oh no, maybe it was
Yeah, this
maybe it was before that.
Bishop E6 is a strong move, though. You're kind of returning the favor. Black has pressure with some pin pieces to counteract White's pressure
Right.
with some pin pieces.
F5
Kind of an interesting.
anyway?
Sorry, what?
F5 anyway here? No, Queen C7.
God, it just feels so risky, right? I mean,
yeah.
I know I can't take it because of D5, but I feel like I'm opening up my own floodgates here. But maybe you're right, man. Maybe F5 is just good.
F5 or Bishop F2, or he takes on D5. He just got rid
Takes
of all
on
of that
D5
action.
and he might play like B4. He's just going to position. Okay, he takes first, but I think he's going to go for a positional simplification because he's got a couple of isolated pawns to play against.
Yeah, that's what you see. It's almost like they always do this. They just give them no counterplay. I think I've seen this. Jeffrey Anish did this. Yeah. I mean, we're seeing it with Vidit too as well. Like, and actually, I've been starting to use that too. Like, you know what? Just what's easy, simple, less complications, right? I mean, I love tactics. I will go for them complications, but sometimes you don't need them. That's what they're trying.
And now what? You don't want to take because the queen takes with check. Maybe you just put the bishop on D4.
D4, yeah.
And then
That's
try to play like
move.
knight C2, knight B4, right? You relocate the knight to hit the rook, hit the pawn.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I like
bishop
that.
On D4. I like it. Very solid move. And we can take back with the rook and double for free. D5 still hanging. I mean, it's a solid, excellent move.
The only question is maybe it's not necessary. I mean, bishop D4 feels like the warm and cozy move because we don't want to blunder, but can you take the pawn?
I saw that too. I saw rook E8.
Yeah, there's rook E8, but
that's ugly.
You have knight D4.
You're right. Oh, that's risky, but man, it works. And you're threatening the rook on A6 there.
I like bishop D4.
that.
I even like knight C2 from a state because from a practical point of view, these weaknesses aren't going anywhere, right? Have a Snickers. Going to be here a while.
We're going to be here. Yeah.
So you can take, but I'm always like, but actually, if you then computers say, yeah, but we don't play that way anymore. We take, and he does it because the point is on rook E8, you have knight D4, and the other thing you gain, Canty, is a tempo on A6 with the rook. So,
and you sidestep with moving the queen out after he moves the rook or defends.
I would say there's a whole conversation, and I think it's always interesting when you talk to top players about it. Had so many fun conversations with Fabi while he was here for the World Championship on the show and off about. We had a conversation like, how has the engines influenced top level play? We think about how it's influenced top level prep. Canty, I mean, the engines have changed how deeply people can prepare, the type of risks they're willing to take out of the opening. It's even, it's brought back, some old lines that we thought were bad. Right. But I would say one way that it's affected how top players play is their willingness to play moves like that now, like where they just think differently. They're like, I'm not going to play a warm and cozy move if there's an opportunity for me to win material and I don't see anything concrete. Yeah. Sometimes it backfires because they're willing to take more risks instead of play like the slow positional grind move. But I would say that that's one way that like chess has like changed. You see them pause and really go for accurately risky lines more than you used to in blitz settings where they used to just play those, the warm, cozy moves.
Yeah, that's right. That engine has, I guess, gave us more of a fight, like because the engine shows you like, hey, you can fight in all positions. I've even seen where sometimes I like having on 3, 4, 5 lines at a time. So they're showing me, you know, in this position that I might thought there was only these 2 moves. There's actually 4 possible moves in this that are all good, equal, and that's really good. And the expectations of it and how it expands your game. It's awesome.
No, totally. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's another great one. Another place where they've improved how people play, not just openings, is the perseverance, right? And so I totally agree. But anyway, he plays queen f3. I was also highlighting queen g4. You take advantage of the fact that the rooks were no longer doubled and spying the bishop to unpin the bishop. And look at that. He managed to steal the pawn.
And I'm so.
He's going to double rooks. He's going to put the bishop on a safe square, whether it's f2 or d4 or somewhere. And Vidit is making YouTube happy, right? So now I don't have to deal with a bunch of YouTube hate by honestly saying if Vidit misplays this endgame, that's not good, right? I mean,
that is bad. Yo, that's not good, Danny. He misplayed it. Like, hey, bro, take it up with him, bro. Please take it up with him. Thank you. We're gonna look at his game though. Queen c7, and we're just winning, right? Double the rooks, b4, push the pawns. It's whatever we want here. Very nice game here from.
Yeah.
Very good. Queen f3 or bishop 2. There's our fearless. That's right. Queen c4, rook d1, probably. Rook e2 there. Necessary. Okay, he goes there. Rook e2 low. Maybe we just go rook d2. Get all of that.
Yeah, you can play rook e2, but if you ever move this knight, d5 falls. So that's tough. I think white can even play like rook d1 to d2, king on g2. Kind of just slowly expand. This is a great position for Vidit as long as he doesn't get himself under time pressure. Remember,
absolutely,
no
increment. He has done that. Yeah, no, that's right. No increment, guys. Man, I play so much increment now. I forget that we don't play that anymore. So in certain tournaments like this one, maybe b4 check king d2. They got out of the way. No checks for you. g6, probably g4. I am a fan of the g4 push here. Just fit it, just fit it. Ooh. Funny, you're funny. Yeah, go ahead. What's up? I see chat. Future GM, hello, how are you? You can see chat. You see it on the screen there. He's in the zone. See, I'm thinking. Queen g4, f5. Oh, I got white. Yeah. I mean, you could, but you have to be careful. As you see, he's doing kind of surgical work here. He's going to take the e7 knight next and probably take on d5 to follow.
Yeah. Straightforward. Simple.
Very easy surgical work here. So I think black's now going for some rook e1.
Yeah, I wonder if the right approach is to take a second pawn, or if it's to keep the pressure and play like b4, because if the knight moves, you win the pawn anyway. I mean, I don't think there's any version white plays for a win in this game without at some point being willing to walk the king. Yeah, because Kovalenko's not going to trade queens, right? At some point, the d5 pawn is going to be lost, but black is going to open up the floodgates. And the question is, can black get enough counterplay from a practical perspective against the open king? That's what he's going for.
Yeah, because he tried to give up that second pawn. Bishop take e7 didn't happen because there was some counterplay that Vidit didn't like too much. So as you see, he still keeps the pawn on the board, made a little shuffles. Now the queen is, or black queen was out of placement. So he goes back to a1 and says, try again. I dare you.
Yeah, and we're back to the same question. Does white want to take and win a pawn or keep the pressure? It's hard. I understand why Vidit doesn't want to do that, but look at time. At some point, you have to cash in on these positions and go for it, because if everything stays the same and we just take another minute off the clock for both players, now objectively, it may not matter if you're winning because you don't have enough time to figure it out.
So, right. And actually here in this situation, he's going for it. That pawn is now gone and black is going for whatever he can.
Yeah, it's a good, so here you go. Like, this is a good example. Like, I don't even know what black's move is here with the eval bar changing, but the point is, I already am not feeling as good about Vidit's chances, because by not converting, by not going for something a little more simple, you're just opening up the door Just feel how scary this is. I mean, Black can even play rookie 2 here,
Right.
and he finds it.
There it is. Rookie 2. I was also looking at almost rookie 1, but rookie 2 works. And knight e3, maybe even some possibilities at some point.
By the way, that's what the engine wanted. That's why the eval bar switched. So it's obviously easier said than done. And, these guys are way stronger than us. But, just saying that get out of jail free statement before YouTube starts going crazy about, the reality of what they're watching instead of blaming the commentators. But the point is, like, there is like a thread you can see. And especially in no increment games, I think you have to adjust and go for something concrete, because otherwise, is this position any more winning than what he had 3 minutes ago, Canty? The answer is no, but now he has less than a minute.
Yeah, now he's less than a minute. And that is the scary part about this, is that anything can happen. I mean, yesterday I had that. I was down. I think one game I had no business winning that game. It was like 4 pawns I was down. And there's just no hope. But somehow I ended up winning the game due to time trouble. Time trouble does that for you.
Yep. All pawns, no hope.
All pawns, no hope. The H3 is a real thing.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just gonna play. I have nothing else to do, right?
If H3 take Queen F1, King G4.
Well, you can't go Queen F1. He covered it.
Queen F1. Okay, he's covered it.
He covered it. Right.
I was calculating the line before, trying to figure out if there was a mate. I'm not even sure there was, but in Queen H1, you know what he's threatening? He was threatening Rookie 8.
Oh my goodness. Rookie 8 is disgusting.
He was, but not anymore. Rookie, actually, wait, Vidit figured it out. Okay, Rookie 1. I'm sitting here staring. I didn't realize the Queen was trapped.
Yeah, the Queen's trapped. Yeah, Queen's trapped. Yeah, but Rookie Waits is disgusting if you didn't see that. Yeah, Rookie 8 is, Rookie 1's game over.
Yeah. So in the end, Vidit figures it out. Full credit where credit is due, right? He managed to swindle it and take it before time pressure became a problem. But it opened the door there. Black had those chances. But Queen D3, what a find with no time on the clock to stop this idea of Queen F1, and then really finishes it off with a nice little rook retreat that traps the lady in the corner. I've gotten my queen trapped on H1 before. It's not fun.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's a weird square to be trapped on.
Okay. A lot of games still going. You want to check out Big Chop?
Let's see what Big Chop doing. Big Chop is equal here. It's like 3. Whoa, he's down a pawn. Big Chop might be getting chopped in this one. That white pawn, that G pawn is moving. That boy is moving. Thank you, 007 winner. I see you. Push the G pawn through. And I'm taking white. I just got the easy. Well, yeah, and there it is. Oh, man. Big Chop getting chopped down. Not looking too good for Big Chop. Yikes. Push the G pawn some more. Yeah, this is rough. I don't think it's any good for Black here. Queen E1 or E8. We are in defensive mode. Queen E1 check. 11 seconds. He's gonna flag him. I mean, there's like not only the time, but you also have the flag issue. I mean, the piece issue, the G pawn. No checks. Oh, okay. Oh, that was clever. Shoot. Dang, that was pretty good. I don't have to take it though. And wait, can I just queen? Making sure I'm not mate.
Yeah. this is fun.
Sure. Yeah, no mate.
And it's over. Our boy Big Chop going down.
Big Chop got chopped on that one.
All right, we've got a couple other games still going. Jospum in a Jospum-esque position where he's going to be losing, but flag his opponent.
Oh, he dropped the rook. Oh, man, he dropped the rook. Oh, it's supposed to be a draw. It's never a draw. It is never, ever a draw in this situation.
This is why you don't go into these positions against Jospum, whatever. Jose Eduardo Martinez, that's what he does. I know that feels dirty, but that's what the guy does.
Yo,
like,
that hurts.
He knew that he was going to be pre-moving because he was so worried about the pending time scramble. He just totally took advantage of it.
He did.
Just crazy.
It's crazy. And just when you thought you were safe at home, and in a King Rook versus King Rook, you thought it was going to be a draw. Think again. Think again. Yeah, it's not a draw. You better check Devereski in-game manual again. Not a draw. That is not a draw. Oh, man,
that's funny.
Wow.
Check Dvoretsky's endgame manual again. Apparently, Dvoretsky left out the chapter on proper ways to swindle your opponent in pre-moves when it comes to rook endings. That wasn't That wasn't
left
in
that
his
one
playbook.
Yeah, that one ain't in there, chat. You ain't gonna find that, chat.
But it's one of the fun things about the format on Saturday before the increment kicks in is you've got moments like this, right?
He
Look at
hung
this.
the rook. Hang it.
Rook
Hey,
D3.
take my rook.
No, but he didn't hang the rook. I think he did it on purpose, right? He knew that. poor Har. By the way, remember Hashar already lost the other game to the checkmate.
Oh, he did.
So
this
poor
is
guy.
A hard day for Hart.
Yeah, hard day. Losing
Hard
endgames
day.
he's not supposed to lose. And shout out to Yasmam for doing what Yasmam does. Taking a look at the standings, you've got Hikaru and Jeffery Xiong sitting at the top. But of course, a lot of other people chasing them by a half a point or so. Nakamura now gets the black pieces against Dimitrion Draken. Jeffery Xiong will take on Anish Giri. So this will be a fun one. With Anish playing white, he will now play for a win, I assume. So I think we're going to focus on these two games, right? One of the fun things as the Swiss goes on, we get a little bit of a better idea who's leading, dial in. It often happens to be a guy like Hikaru, but until we see separation, Canty, where it's like clear that Hikaru and Jeffrey are qualifying for Sunday, then it's really fun to focus on the bubble, right? You want to see the guys that are really scrapping it out to get that eighth spot, right? But I think we'll just focus here.
Bro, look at this eval bar. What move we on? Like, what is this? Somehow, I mean, you getting crushed. I guess D5 is D5. How is this lights out? +3 up a piece, and I'm not even up with anything.
Sorry, I got to pay attention now. What happened here? So C3. D4, takes F3, takes here.
And literally one move is a blunder? Like E6 blunder?
It's got to be D5. Oh, you missed it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Jeffrey
D5 was winning for Giri.
Too. Like D5 was winning. Wow.
What's the idea? So if you take, it's obviously bad. You open up the E file. But what if knight E5? I don't understand what you played F4?
F4.
And then knight D7, and then what?
And then taking queen B3, maybe? No, knight C5. Interesting. What do you play here? I don't know. Bishop H3.
I think if you just develop, like white is just rushing because at some point you're just
That's deep.
That's weird.
That's very weird, bro. That's deep. I guess we got the two bishops in the open game too. I like this. I don't know what this strangeness is. It's strange.
I mean, I like Giri's position anyway. I agree, but it's funny to see that even at the highest level, we're on move. At this point, it was move 10.
And +3 advantage out the opening.
Neither player knew that the position was, just winning for white.
Winning for white, straight up. Now we got this strange stuff going on here. One bishop. You say he's playing for a win? I don't know anymore. I mean, there's actually, I like this for white. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would take white, but I don't want to trade queens though. It's the thing.
Yeah, the tiebreaker system, to shout out to Crost on Twitch, is the same tiebreak systems used for official FIDE events, the Sonnenborn Burger, but I'm going to say that as many times as I can to make like a rap mixtape, like Sonnenborn Burger, Sonnenborn Burger. Anyway,
that's hard.
And it is a combination of strength of performance by your opponents, and then your opponent's strength of performance based on their opponent's strength, and all kinds of fun stuff. I'm not going to unpack all that right now, but it's somewhere on chess.com. You can find our tiebreak system.
Yeah. Oh, this the live? Yeah, this the live position. Who's move? Jeffrey. It's Pratt. Wait, no, he was just moving fast because he was getting crushed out the opening. But he was just moving real fast. He up a lot of time. It's a bit of time here. Thank you, Zapachi. Appreciate you. Yeah.
All right, well, let's go see. So this is Xiong and Giri still thinking. Let's go check out Hikaru. Hikaru and Dimitrion Draken.
So he takes back with the knights. C5. I like that. Wow. D5 doesn't work. It's bit. Wow. Knight takes D5. Wait, no, it doesn't. So if I go D, or you just take with the pawn. Dang. hard playing Hikaru, man. It's so hard playing him. Takes 93. And that isn't the greatest. He does go with D5. And then 93. What are you doing? No, it doesn't work. Okay, D5 takes ED. Take. I don't know what you're doing. You just take it. Oh, he just takes it. Wow.
You're winning D7 at the end of the line, but still, is it really enough? I mean, I guess so. Because if these two pawns disappear for this pawn, white does have much better winning chances in that 4-on-3 ending than the one where Xiong had the 3-on-2 with the H pawn.
Yeah.
I mean, I think objectively, there are a lot of positions that are even table-based wins, whether humans convert them or not. But knight in 4 versus knight in 3 with when the extra pawn is an E pawn is really, really comparable to that saying of knight endings are closest.
Yeah.
For yeah.
Interesting here. 93 on the board. Hikaru on the thinking about what he should do in this position. The think tank. Dude, I don't know. You gotta be careful. 94 queen takes c4.
94 queen takes c4, queen a1 check, king g2, you win b2, but
that's it.
c5 and
C5
e2 fall. We're just headed for equal endgames.
So maybe he goes for that. I mean, Hikaru can't. Not that he can't win, but his winning is not that easy by far, especially against Andregan. So got some work to do, but time's catching up.
Dimitri is one of those few guys who can also keep up with Hikaru on the clock. I mean, he's down 30 seconds right now, but you know, I'll take 30 seconds and a plus 1.5 advantage. What you don't want is that distance to be 2 or 3 minutes, right?
Right. This is not blitz. This is rapid, but it will be blitz, and there's no increment. That's the one thing we do have to remember. Not 1 second added to your clock.
So Hikaru now getting down to equality because this is a big moment, right? I mean, if you lose both these C pawns and only get the B pawn, white does get decent winning chances, but you might even take that because at this point, that might be the best you can get as an endgame where you hope to hold because white's threatening to win this pawn and keep the pressure, as our old guy Yaz would say, our old buddy. White would have the pawn and the compensation.
Yeah, exactly. I got the pawn and the compensation. You're supposed to have the compensation. Rook E8 after the think tank there.
What is he? This Hikaru's got a swindle up his sleeve. What's going on here?
Well, queen takes 95. So you have to play. Yeah, I knew he would probably do a little trick there because I can't take the pawn yet because of 95. So all right, little tricks there. He always tricky. I'm the same way. I can't blame him.
Wait, we've already got a result in. Jeffery Xiong has leapfrogged Hikaru because apparently Anish Giri, I'm going to look up the game right now. Apparently Anish Giri just lost very quickly to Jeffery Xiong. We just got to take a quick look at it.
Oh, snap. He was winning. Wait, not winning, but this was the game. Out the opening game. Wow.
So wait, what happened here? This is,
whoa.
I mean, this, by the way, it's not only more shocking that Anish Giri lost, but he was winning in the opening after the C6 move. He misses the opportunity. We get a more traditional kind of position here, but what happened? Jeffery Xiong playing spicy chess? Takes E6, castles,
and puts the king on H8 and says whatever.
He plays queen D5 and allows. Okay, it wasn't bishop takes C3, but he loses the F7 pawn. Oh, he blundered because bishop takes C3 removes the defender of the queen, and when you trade queens, the knight captures with a tempo on the rook.
98. Yikes! Resi on the spot. Resignation. Get him out of there.
So. Anything else besides F4? You play rook D1 or, something that avoids losing the piece, but F4 and it's game over. Unfortunately for Anish, not his day right now.
Yeah, Jeffrey goes up. I mean, Jeffrey with a beefy points up there. What's going on? Oh, he still hasn't moved. Wait, rook C7. But now he can take on C4. Good move. Dang, that was a good move.
Yeah,
what about 95 though? Yeah, that's tough. So you might have to go there anyway. But then F4. That's risky. Knight G6 didn't take on C4. Look at F8. I mean, White pushing. White is pushing Hikaru back in this one. He's on him.
I agree with QD Jelly. I think Jeffery Xiong is one of the rare players who almost never takes the early draws, and knock on wood. He did draw Hikaru, of course, but for those who saw that game, he was actually better as black due to a swindle from prep or not. But it was a very nice performance by Jeffery, who arguably has probably been the best player in the tournament so far today, right?
That's true. Excellent, yeah.
I mean, given how easily he drew Nakamura with black, just beat Anish Giri. So Jeffery's doing well.
I could take this pawn on C4 and then block with the queen, but it's not necessary. I'll make progress.
It's a funny position because the pain in the you-know-what for Andrejkin, and you'd love to play F3 and put all these tactics to bed for all time in space, but oh my God, he just walks into the face of a discovered check.
That's exactly what I was thinking. You could take it and then block with the queen. Or you can even play King G1. Wait, no, King G1 is mating. King G1. No, it's not. King G2, but
you can play King G2. There's also Knight F1, and even on E2 you can come back.
Oh, you're right.
But no, I think you're right that Queen D5 is what he wants, because if you lose E2, there's either back rank problems or C5 hangs. So Hikaru says, I'm aware of that. I'll put my knight on E6 and guard C5.
So hard playing him, bro. Like he don't miss a lot, right? At all. Like 96, man. So I didn't see that. Now we have to trade, and is this really winning? Try and just say +2, bro. Like, yeah, you losing. +2.
Yeah,
that's
but this
a lot.
is
That's a lot.
We're gonna get the end game, I think. Yeah, we're gonna get. Well, no, maybe not. If you trade E2 for C5, then you really like White's chances. So Hikaru says, no, I'm not trading E2 for C5, giving you the pass B pawn. But Andrejkin's got to figure this out. What Hikaru wants is a trade of these two pawns and try to force Andrejkin to prove that he can win with the solo extra pawn.
Yeah, with the usual.
Making it hard for Andrejkin to figure out the right way to do this.
Right. So
in fact, it's a really good move.
Bro.
You can't even threaten back rank because there's no back rank. So you have to move the knight, and then what is B2 falling? Like 95 takes. I mean, how many times have we said, like, Hikaru, is the way he defends these positions is the other problem, right? It's the other problem with Hikaru.
You
right?
get the position, and then you got to win. And you
right. That's the other. We're not going to talk about the times when he's winning and better, but the other problem with playing Hikaru is that he doesn't bend down here, and these are
Now it's the other way. Now I got to pass pawn.
Yeah, but okay, this is scary, right? I mean, you open up mating net ideas when F7 falls and the knight takes, the knight backs up. There's other problems, but no, I'm with you, man. This is going to be really hard for Andrejkin to convert.
Yeah, now it's irritating because now it's like, man, wait, what does that do? Oh, hold on. What does that do? I don't know what Rook E7 did it all. Rook E7, it threatens check, but there's no mate. So you're going to block knight F8, knight C8, but then king G7. Interesting. We don't see right now. 7?
Yeah. Okay, you can't take E2 because rook E8 check wins on the spot. Knight F8 and you win the rook.
Oh, that's the idea. So he's trying to deter rook takes E2.
This is like a fancy zugzwang Andrejkin is putting him in, right? With the rook on E7, because you're guarding C4. You can't take E2 because check and you win the rook. You can't move the king. I mean, then you just give me the pawn with Tempe. And you're threatening knight takes F7 to undermine the protection of the E6 knight. So
interesting.
I'm sure whatever the best move is here, Hikaru is going to find it. But I would be losing the game in this position. Like
many times.
Yeah,
many times. H6 seems like a move. G6, knight, bro. This is not fun. He plays C4.
Okay,
he's going for it.
Wait, you can just take it because if you take E2, rook E8 wins. What's the move?
Oh, right. Yeah,
Wait,
you just,
if knight c4, there's something that Hikaru has planned. It's like a no, but if king f8, you'll win a second pawn and then take, and that's definitely a winning endgame with 2 pawns. So
yeah, you could also take the knight.
I don't know what Hikaru was doing with c4 there. I mean, that's kind of why I was saying I would lose the position. Hikaru will save these positions many times, but I really couldn't see a good move there for black. That was a really hard spot. Rook e7. What a high class Zugzwang type of move by Andraken there.
I mean, it was so, and he calculated everything there. What I mean, exactly.
Yeah.
This is why he's one of my favorite secret players. Like secretly, a
Yeah.
favorite player of mine is Andraken.
I mean, I'm out of that closet. There's no secret for me there. Andraken is one of my favorite players.
Bro, he is very
Seriously.
tricky, creative. I love the style there. So rook takes e2 is possible, threatening knight f4 check.
Yeah, now you can do it. Actually, did
Oh
Andraken
man,
miss
you
that?
gotta like king f1 or something.
Yeah, you got to get out of dodge or slide the
Oh,
rook
man.
over on the 7th
Or slide
ring.
the rook. Yeah, slide the rook.
Okay, he goes king f1. It's going to force rook e4, I think. Wait, no. Oh, yeah, okay. Got
Dang.
it.
Knight h6.
But there's a funny... I almost want to play this and try to double the pawns and
I
get a
love
winning
it.
rook ending. But
There
king
it is.
h7... Oh, he does it!
Dimitri.
I think king 8... Whoa,
But I mean,
Hikaru
it's
says this
not.
is still a draw?
Yeah, and you see, you know why? Well, I would say why because of it's the H pawn, but it still takes the accuracy. That double H pawn acts as one steal. It's still one big pawn we got to deal with. We literally only have one passed pawn, which is the F.
Wow.
That's crazy. Unless we can win the H pawn. If we can win the H5 pawn, we win the game.
Yep.
There's no possible way. Oh my goodness, this is drawn. That's gross.
That's funny because every time you see endgames like this by the best players in the world, you realize that they have maybe not a table base of knowledge in their head, but much closer to it than anything we have. Because just quickly knowing that this is a holdable endgame, something I would have had to spend so much time. So I would have had so much fear of going into this endgame.
Yeah. I think Devereski helps a lot with that. With the four chapters he got on pawning games. 4 chapters. Wait, what happened?
What?
Oh, I don't understand. I actually don't understand. This high level engine work.
Why
I
is
don't
it
understand
winning?
why White's winning.
Oh, because you can play f5 and you can't go into the king of
Oh,
pawn.
because the king's on h4, right? Yes. Oh my goodness.
If f5, he would have played king g7. So
he could take. No, you're right. He couldn't take that. You're right. He can't take that.
no, but this is a
So-
really strong move by Andraken. f5 would have been king g7 and then taken, but this move threatens rook e5, and that king and pawn ending would have been winning. So Hikaru has to retreat, and he's losing.
When Hikaru started moving fast like that, that's how you know he lost. He instantly moved a little rook like that. Yep.
But we'll
He's
go back
lost.
to rook a2 and see exactly what the draw was, along with bring you guys some other great content at the break. We got our next fair play break coming up after round 7 here, and that'll be a fun little reset. But wow, let's just do it now before the break. I got to see. So how was this endgame? How was this endgame held instead
Big
of rook
meats.
a2?
Big reach. That's a good question. King G7 and
King
back and forth.
King g7 here,
King
and
G6.
then you just go back because if takes,
You take on F2.
you take
And
f2.
you got the loose. You got the Philidor. You got the Philidor from there.
So it's actually as simple as understanding that the purpose of what rook f8 was by Andraken. We were in this position where the H pawn is defended, which means you can finally push. So playing rook f8 threatened to push, and it was that straightforward. Black had to prevent the rook from staying on the f right by attacking. This is
It
what you
stays
do. You
on there.
prevent white from getting that ideal setup.
Wow.
So now in the future, we learned something, everyone, that if white does get the pawn to f4, then these doubled pawn H pawn rook endings are losing precisely because of this idea, this f4 rook e and rook e5. I'm not saying I'm going to remember that exactly, but it does make logical sense in that white was not threatening anything until the H pawn was defended. And once the H pawn was defended, you were threatening f4. And once you were threatening f4, black had to prevent the rook from staying on the f file. And when Hikaru didn't do that, when he played the move rook a2, you see what the engine says. Now all of a sudden it's winning for white.
That's crazy. That's crazy. It's a learning experience.
Learning experience.
there. 'Cause even
Wild
I could've
stuff.
tripped up on that one.
Lucky for Hikaru, he's still in a pretty good spot. As we check out the standings before we head to break, you see that Nakamura is on only trailing by a half a point overall. Oh, sorry, a full point to Jeffery Xiong, but definitely in the top 8 as it stands there. Dimitri Draken, along with Gondavim, I don't remember the username there. We'll remember here in a minute. Are only a half a point behind. Okay. Well, we're gonna head to a break. Before we do, for let's see, for our subscribers on Twitch, we got some fun exclusive content here. Little chess terms video. We're going to be working on a lot more break time content as we move forward. Try to make sure that there is never a dull moment, especially for those who enjoy this ad free. So throw us your Prime, or just yell at us during the break, whichever you're into, and check out this video breakdown. Some fun little tactics you should know. Canty and I will be back with more from the Rapid Chess Championship, brought to you by Coinbase, as our final few rounds show us who's going to be dancing on Sunday. Hey everyone, International Master Danny Rensch, Chess.com's Chief Chess Officer, back again with another Chess Terms and Tactics Explained. Today's tactic is the pin, which is an immobilizing tactic, a tactic that restricts and, as you can kind of see, holds the enemy pieces down so that you might bring more firepower to them, hopefully win material down the road. We start out with a basic description. One of the most common ways you see a piece pinned is right before your eyes. A bishop pinning a knight to a major piece. Often the queen or the king is what you see here. Obviously, the knight moving out of the way allows the queen to be taken, so usually not an ideal thing to do. Hence, one of the most common examples of a pin, the bishop to the knight. The next pin is an absolute pin. An absolute pin means it is against the rules. You absolutely cannot move that piece, and it allows for slightly more powerful types of tactics. When the king is involved, the buck stops right there. Here we see the queen sacrifice herself on d7, moving the rook into a pin by the bishop on h3, and that allows for the checkmate to follow, white bringing the rook all the way down to the e8 square. An absolute pin is the type of pin you can hang your hat on, for lack of a more awkward, cringy pun, right? TM, awkward puns by Danny Rensch. Take that, Danya. Who's got the awkward puns now? This example really shows you what's at stake when the king is involved. Absolute pins really immobilize the enemy pieces because they simply cannot move per the rules of the game. Our next relative pin is also just designed to show that while the knight can legally move, probably not something you want to do because the queen will hang. Okay, and with that last description, we're going to jump over to our real game example. This taken from the World Chess Championship match between Alexander Aljohan and Jose Raul Capablanca long ago. This is one of the most amazing and one of my favorite examples of the power of a pin. It started with the move f4. Really a nice move to put the black queen on an even worse square than whence she stood on the centralized e5 point. With the queen completely out of the way and no chance you could ever move this rook and safeguard the lady, white now eliminates the knight on e4 and spends every move from here on out preparing to bring the rook to gang up on the relative pin. Now, why can't white do that right away? Bringing the rook to c1 would allow black to take with check, as the only thing that's more valuable perhaps than a hanging queen is a hanging king. White would have to take back, and Aljohan would have gained absolutely nothing for the pin. So instead, Aljohan plays the brilliant king f2, getting the king off of the checking square. Only then, after protecting the threat of a check on h4 with g3, does white bring the rook to c1 and ultimately see his opponent, Jose Raul Capablanca, resign. Hope you're enjoying the Chess Explained Terms breakdown. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast and the show that you're watching right now. I'm going to let you get back to it with the team, and I will see you around on chess.com. And we are back again. Appreciate everybody being with us here on this Saturday, the Rapid Chess Championship brought to you by Coinbase. Sorry for those of you who had double audio, but hopefully subscribers are enjoying our break time content. Plenty more where that came from in the future. And now we've got our players on camera here. And like we said, the real Slim Shady, Alexei Sarana.
That's right. You see him.
Along with several other very well-known faces to the online chess community. Getting ready for round 8 and then round 9. As we look at the standings
Chef Jeff
on what's at stake, a lot of people are on the bubble in terms of the standings. So this will be fun. I mean, obviously we'll keep an eye on the biggest names in the game and those and what they're doing, but really you start looking at 9, 10, 11, 12. Can they make a move against 8, 7, 6, 5, right? I mean,
right. That's how they're
we'll
playing
see
right now, too. Some of them playing each other. That's correct. And then Chef Jeff at the top up there, 6.5 out of 8, playing stellar chess here.
Yeah, seriously.
Andreykin right behind him.
Yeah, Jeffery Xiong has been an absolute monster today. Anish Giri taking on Tabatabai. This is a game you want if you're Anish, because you want to play someone who's above you in the standings with a chance to shake things up, right? To control your own destiny.
Absolutely.
All my fun poking and trolling with Anish aside. He's a friend, and we always love to see him playing on Sunday. We'll see if he can figure it out. We've got Yaspam and Infernal Yam. That is Martinez versus Pankratov. Also a couple players right on the bubble.
Man, this is spicy. Some jumps coming in. F6 not ready yet, though.
Yeah. Xiong and Dmitry Andreykin have already taken a draw. So right when I said Jeffrey almost never takes quick draws, he proved me wrong there. But I don't blame him today, given that it pretty much secures he plays on Sunday.
That's true, right? So, yeah, you know, we're trying to just play on Sunday, right? And we're there.
Yep.
Take the quick draw and do it again in the last round, maybe, just to save some Saturday or wherever he is.
Okay, well, you can tell me if you want to go somewhere else. I mean,
it doesn't matter, really. These are all, I think we probably just going to pay attention to the big level games here. This one is sweet. I love the 95. Boy, these knights looking real scary right now. 95 action is Hikaru's move. Wow, with that queen on d7, you actually are defending everything, weirdly enough.
Yeah, there's no win because bishop to b7 protects it all.
Right.
But Hikaru, again, playing his pet line, the stuff he's played many times before.
I mean, that was just h4, h5. I would have sacked and played castle queenside and go from h4, h5. Right, but this is I mean, black might have some serious counter chances, I guess, because the king's still in the center. But you need to develop, which black hasn't done a great job of that just yet. He's working on it. Okay, d4 though. As we wait for Maxim to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
All right, d4. I mean, maybe you go knight c6. You got rook e8. Aquila, I know, right? That was funny. Like, it's funny that when I wasn't here. I know. Hey, they asked for it. d4 on the board though. Let me see who else we got. Let me move around. Let me see. We got yeah, that's good. Move there. Amin, knight c6. Ooh, I like
Anish looks like he's in a decent spot here, given that started out with some aggressive chess from his opponent. Simplify the position. Doesn't want to draw though, so you gotta.
Yeah, he doesn't want to draw.
I think a draw would really secure that you're not dancing on Sunday, because heading into here, of course, Anish was already out, but other people are going to get wins and leapfrog, right? So at this point, I think you have to. Oh, and I like this move, bishop f4. Going to mix it up somehow. If takes, only then do you recapture on c6. So you've broken up white's pawn structure just enough to have maybe a small edge to play for.
Nice little reroute there. Big fan of the reroute of how he Giri did that. I mean, just like, hey, you know what? You think I'm gonna take this, but I'm actually gonna take that. And now he has white on his feet. What does white do now? What does white move now? Good question. Chat, what do you think?
I don't know what he's going to do.
Yeah, I mean, do I take the bishop? He's going to take my knight, or do I? Well, you know what? I have to take the bishop, huh? I guess I think
you have to. And
That's ugly.
Oh, what?
What
Takes
is
a
that?
7?
What is that? He can play that? I guess he can. That is a move, and I don't say that a lot.
That is a move.
That is a move. Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think Anish was looking at that either. Like that's why he's still thinking.
Well, and the key
Rook
is you
takes
have this
A7.
retreat of knight to b5 with a tempo on the queen, which forces this. So, I mean, I actually still like the transition for
Wow.
Anish because of the structure opening up toward White's king. But shout out to Tabatabai, who figured out a way to not go down material in that whole process by snagging that a7 pawn
Bro, I was just
and actually up a pawn.
yeah, now he's just up a pawn.
Yeah.
Now he's just up a pawn. Amazing.
Shout out to
Oh,
Toth
check out
Keensko with the
Toth.
sub there.
12 months.
We like it.
1 year. What's up, Todd?
Queen d6. Anish is down a pawn, but White's got overextended pawns here,
His king in
targets
middle
here.
of
The king
street,
is in the
too.
center.
Right.
Not simple.
Yeah, his king literally in the middle of the street right now. You need to get this man out of the street. So rook d1 and bishop d3 or something. You might have to get a pawn back, or maybe not necessarily giving it back. But if you don't get castled in like 3 moves, this is over.
I like this
B2,
move,
I
bishop
like it.
b2.
Yeah.
He's kind of challenging Anish. Do you have the chutzpah, the guts to take g2 and open up the g file against the king?
He could play queen h2 and weirdly get away with it. But then I castle.
Yeah, I mean,
queen's,
it's
he
he
goes
does
for
it. Anish is like, I got it.
He's like, I don't care about none of that. Queen h2.
Well,
He gonna stare at him.
He's
real
got
hard.
to. He's got to play for a win in this game. You got to get something here. Now White's going to castle long with
and
an
then rook takes
a2 ball.
a2. I saw all of this. I was like, what is he gonna do? Is he really doing this? But then we have
Yeah, this
f3.
is-
Oh no, we
this is
don't. He
fun.
plays rook a1. Whoa, yeah, this is spicy. Castle queen side, rook takes, king b1, double the rooks.
Yep.
Sheesh. Wow. He can get
Yep.
away with this. Like, it's so annoying.
If you need a reminder on why Anish has to play for a win, just look at the standings right below us. You can't see Anish there. Why? Because he's in 9th place, not 8th place.
Uh-oh.
He's got to get himself in the top 8 to be playing on Sunday. So Giri is looking to be aggressive here. Had a really tough loss to Jeffery Xiong in a game that he was probably winning out of the opening before letting it slip. So this is a big one. Hikaru, I know I guess we take this like foregone conclusion attitude with Hikaru, but we should appreciate that a bad game for Hikaru would also maybe put him out, right? Put him on the bubble. I mean, I don't know how many times Hikaru has played on Saturday and not made Sunday. I'm sure
Right.
you could count them on one finger.
Hand or one, 3 fingers, right? Probably up. Mhm.
But Matlikov is a dangerous player. He has won a Rapid Chess Championship for the record.
Oh, I didn't know that. He won one of these?
Yeah, he won one of these. So
Oh, he nice for real. That's a stat. Nobody really. I mean, that's if you know the stat, you know the stat. But like that is pretty serious to win one of these.
So Hikaru has an edge, mainly because of the double pawns, but nothing really you can write home about. You can see the computer disagrees. Says, yeah, no edge. Big edge there, Dan. Zeros.
Yeah.
But I think Hikaru has an edge, just small, very, very small.
I think the same activity, right? And you see, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, as you start watching more of these games, guys, make sure you're always watching these, you know, and being on the Twitch channel and watching the content. This is literally always free lessons. You can get them every day if you really engage and watch how the players do this. You can learn so much from these games here. As you see, this could easily be drawn at any level where you just accept a draw. Oh yeah, we'll take a draw. But they're gonna play this out. We're gonna actually play this out, as you see Hikaru doing, to try to figure out what do we do. We can milk the position, and it's up to them to make the mistake.
Yep. Anish, Giri, and Tabatabai also in a crazy,
Oh yeah,
crazy
that was that Queen
important
H2
spot.
game. Yeah.
Just looking at the standings, who else we might want to go check out. Sand Club Gupta, a guy that started out 4 of 4, has maintained himself. So I'm just going to go give a quick shout out to that game, because for those of you who maybe just got here, Gupta started out 4 of 4. He's now sitting at 4.5, but not out of it, right? You might say, well, he was 4 of 4 and he only has 4.5 points after 7 rounds, but he ran up against some of the best. The fact that he's still in the running to make the top 8 in his first ever RCC is a big deal for Gupta.
Huge, absolutely huge. Yeah, and then he's fighting here. Who was he fighting against? O'Perin. Do like the position. Okay, great. Impressive chess. Started out 4-0. Started out 4-0. Sometimes it's just hard keeping that momentum and that heat up when you're up 4 games in a row, because you expect him to do a lot better based off of how he started. Oh man, what is going on, bro? Hold on. Sack the exchange, get it right back.
I love it. You got to. The D5 knight is hanging, and if you can maintain the knight, then it's a dominance over the bishop. Centralized ponies.
Centralized ponies. That's right. Damn, that's a
right.
sweet night too. You are not moving that boy.
What is that? Wasn't that a rap song? Centralized pony, jump on it.
Aha! That was no, that was yeah. Jump on it, right? That was
some version of centralized pony, jump on it.
Yeah,
with no diggity.
No diggity, right? Yeah.
Okay, what's going on now? White maintains
now you can go on
the pressure, but it's still down the exchange.
Yeah, it goes rook b8. Whoa, sheesh.
Okay.
Bishop a3. You gotta get the bishop active, maybe.
Hikaru is slow.
Oh, that loses. Dang, I thought the same thing. Sheesh.
I was gonna say Hikaru is slowly pushing a little bit because he knows he wants to get the dub. Anish Giri is in a crazy position with Tabatabai. So many games finishing here probably will have major impact on who plays tomorrow. So
yeah, before
the last round, this could be the round that's more important for deciding who plays.
Here we go. This is big, guys. This is big, chat. Pay attention to everything that's going on here. Gupta with the exchange sacrifice, really playing for more. Says I don't want to take the draw. It's not going to help my chances.
What just happened there? Like why was Black winning?
I thought the same thing.
Black had G4, just checking back on.
Over the board, we'll find that.
What a crazy move to open the G file. And those are the moves that like an engine spots and everyone else is like, why was Black winning there with the eval bar? Like G4 out of nowhere on the other side of the board.
Exactly. I'm not playing that. OTB? Okay. All right, I got you. But maybe you'll find it. You'll consider it, but not in this time control. Knight, no. Rook, no.
Okay.
Jeez, where do I even move? Queen A4? That's an ugly move.
Well, we'll see if Gupta can keep himself in the running, given where he started from. Apparently, a fun stat. So, as I said, you could probably count the times Hikaru Nakamura didn't make the Sunday knockout on one finger. That's because you can't even count it with one finger. Every time Hikaru has played a Saturday RCC, he has made Sunday.
Jeez,
he's 10 of 10.
10 of 10, excellence with straight excellence.
Let's head back there and see how he's doing, because he's in this Queen and Knight ending. And wait, right as we came here, there was a blunder. Knight to D2 by Matlikov.
Oh, because it's mates. Oh, man.
Knight D7 threatens Queen to C8 or Queen to A8, and you can't
Queen
stop.
E8, Knight F6 is forking. Oh, my
Well, you
goodness.
got Queen F8 coming.
Yeah, and how do you get these type of positions?
But wait,
Queen Knight.
What happens on Queen E7? How is it winning?
Oh, that's a good one. Well, wait, check Queen C3.
Winning, but
check Queen C3, take the knight. C8, C3, take the knight.
Wow. But hold on. Oh yeah, because at the end of the line you protect the knight. Okay, so that's the answer. So if the queen goes anywhere else, everybody, there's check and F8. If the queen can't go to D6, Canty, which would be the only square that guards the knight and the mate. Why? Well, because you just lose the queen. Botez Gambit.
Botez.
So Queen E7 is the only move that stops the mate, and then Queen C8, Queen C3 check, wins the knight and protects the knight. Matlikov blunders away his chances to be competing on Sunday to Hikaru Nakamura in one move.
It's literally a magician. I mean, it's magic how that happens. It's like, how do you lose this position, right?
Crazy.
It really is crazy.
It comes down to the Karpovian school of chess, right? Always be careful whenever you put your pieces on undefended squares, because if you think about it, most blunders can't happen if everyone's protected. Right. So that type of move is like the little alarm clock you want to build in your head. Don't take for granted that there might always be a chance you don't see if your opponent's pieces are on undefended, on pre-squares. So what a move. Hikaru Nakamura probably secures his chances right there
That's it. Yeah.
And we go back to Tabatabai's game versus Anish Giri. Whoa.
Interesting.
Anish. Dude, I like this from Anish. That's spicy, no?
Yeah,
It's spicy.
It's spicy. I know.
He's going to play F6. And what's funny is I don't think Black can lose this. I don't know that he can win. But if you take time as a factor, if Anish can play fast enough, you play F6, and you've got a couple of targets on light squares for this bishop to do his thing.
Yeah, and try to work it. Possibly.
I like it.
I like it. Here. Okay. Nice, Canty. Thank you. Jelly, classic right triangle. That's right. Anish Giri with trying to go for a win with the bishop versus the rook. This is going to be a hard one.
All right, Anish, what can you do? You're down 30 seconds on the clock and the exchange, but you've got compensation. The problem is your best chance is a draw.
Yeah, because this king, he'll never have to move anything. Wait a second. Don't mess this up. Because,
Wait. Hold the phone.
If he goes rook h2, what happens? e5 is hanging. I might have to just repeat.
If you move the king, white would go to f7, and actually then white is the one winning.
Wow, I didn't see that. Yeah, don't go king h7.
But now if the rook moves to h3, then what is it? Is it e4 sack and f3? What?
Oh, yeah, it's there. He didn't even take it.
Take it. And if takes f2 is winning. Oh, rook of nice just in time, but he's still going to get f3. No, Anish is playing for more, which respect.
How fast he playing with the Peshki.
Yeah, but this is going to be super hard. I mean, objectively, this is a draw, but
you can never push.
I'm curious from a practical perspective who has the edge here. I mean, I would probably say white, actually.
Exactly. Yeah, it's that king placement.
Yeah. Rook d7 even, and now what are you backing up? Now you're going to lose?
Oh, snap. Yo, are you in the right corner? Okay, I'm in the right corner, just in case.
Yeah, luckily.
Yeah, I'm in the right
corner. By the way, what Canty means by that is even if Black loses both these pawns, it's a draw as long as you're in the opposite color corner of your bishop, because you can create a defense based on stalemate. So Anish recognizes it, and he's going to show us that draw right now. So
yeah, we're in the right corner. And he's good to go.
That said,
wrap it out.
That said, this is not a fun endgame to hold because with no time on the clock, this is a blunderable endgame for sure. But pro tip for anyone watching, if you're trying to draw king and bishop versus king and rook, this is exactly how to do it. You go to the opposite color corner. And okay, if you can get out, even better, because now you're never going to get mated. But if this starts to happen again, the biggest mistake you could make if you were Black would be to run the other way. Just go right back to the same corner and remind white that it's stalemate.
Yeah, this is so cool.
Whoa! Oh my God.
He got him! He got him with the brain. It hurts!
Oh no! Oh
no! It hurts! It hurts!
Oh
no! I'm melting.
Dude.
Oh my goodness.
Anish, I love you. I'll stop making fun of you. I'll give you a hug later. We'll hug it out, Anish. That was rough, bro.
Oh no.
That was rough.
Oh, he caught him with the little shake and bake sticking.
Well, he was putting on a clinic of how you draw this, but you got to get out. Any other bishop move, actually, you're still in a draw. And the reason is, regardless of even attacking the rook, just to show, there's no tricks as long as you're in the opposite corner, everybody, because when they do this, you can even allow the check, because as long as you're in the opposite corner, there's no waiting move. There's no waiting move for Zugzwang because it's stalemate. So as long as you don't allow these types of tricks with bishop to g8, oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts so bad.
Yeah, that hurts.
Oh, dirty.
That one stings.
Dirty. Where does that put us in terms of the standings? Does Anish have any chance to qualify after that loss? I don't think so.
You don't even see him. You don't even see him. Top 14, don't even see him.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, everybody within the top 8 already has the same score, which means there's just too many people who can leapfrog, and a heartbreaker for Anish Giri.
Yeah.
If you look at that top 8, that's probably who we're going to see dancing. Okay, Opar and Grigori has decent tie breaks.
That's true. He got decent tie breaks.
If he can leapfrog, but and then you've got Billy Kimba down there.
I see him. 23. Oh, he got nasty tie.
He's got nasty tie breaks. He's played a really tough field.
He
So
got
if he
nasty.
somehow got a win to get 6, but the problem is mathematically, can you even pull off leapfrogging this many
6.
people in the standings?
Yeah, that's tough. You're going to have to win. We'll have to pay attention to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, 6 is tough. That's it's possible. Oh, this is a beefy game. I wonder if they're gonna take a draw.
It's a beastly game, but will it be a game is the question.
Right. I'm gonna say, are they gonna take it a draw or are y'all fighting this out? Yeah, draw by agreement. Okay, cool. I understand. No bloodshed. They're like, yeah, bro, we made it. We made it to the final. Like it's whatever. We'll fight tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
all right.
Lunch,
so
right.
That one's a draw. We've got some other fun ones. I think Hikaru probably also agreed to a draw quickly, ensuring that he'll be dancing.
Yeah,
indeed.
He just finished. Yeah.
Hikaru takes a draw. So in fact, we had a Tabatabai and Bortnick also have a draw. So really, the only top game still going with impact is Sarana, who going up against Maxim Chigayev. We're going to have a game here. You know why? Because Chigayev is on the outside looking in. So he's not into that whole draw thing.
Yeah, I want to win.
I love that. So this is going to be a battle. You've got Fandarine, Maxim Chigayev versus Mishanik, Alexei Sarana. There will be blood. Wasn't that like a Daniel Day DiCaprio movie or something?
Which one?
Daniel Day DiCaprio. You heard of him? He's an actor.
Yeah, no, but which movie?
There Will Be Blood. Was that a thing?
There Will Be Blood. Yeah, I know. I haven't seen the movie, but it was I was supposed to see the movie. I just never got around.
Maybe that was Streets of New York.
Dang.
Wait, Gangs of New York?
Can we get that? Can we get a wait, somebody knows in the chat. I know.
Yeah, stat check.
Stat check. Right. There Will Be Blood. Yeah, I was supposed to see that movie. Never did.
Wow.
A5, Bishop D3. Oh, this is nice. Okay, spicy. Spice check. Bishop D3, G4, Castle, Queen side. Okay, you want Bishop D2. All right.
Yeah, that would have been fun. That would have been your
some fun stuff.
That would have been your G4 spicy one.
You know, spice.
Okay, does anyone else have so there's also one other really must-win game, and that's Yaspam going down against Apar and Grigori. So as far as the standings go, Yaspam and Grigori, so Martinez and Oparin, as well as Sarana and Chigayev are all playing for their lives.
Yeah. 4 players playing for their lives right now. The best of the best. He's trying to beat takes. It's the last round, so people agreed on draws, right? They have to, not have to, they can, because they've already qualified for tomorrow. Secures their places for tomorrow. Exactly. Keila, thank you for that. Daniel Day-Lewis, There Will Be Blood. Okay. Got it. Thank you, chat. Sweet, man. Thank you. Gangs of New York. Gangs of New York was Leo DiCaprio and Daniel Day-Lewis. Okay. Thanks, chat. Chat knows everything. That's a good question. Do damage. You can go to 2700chess.com and check Jeffrey's world ranking. I actually don't know what that is either. Martinez. Okay, O'Parent's move. Yeah, if you're trying to play for a must win, this don't look like the position for you if you're black.
Martinez, he's got a pawn. I'm trying to do the math on the tie breaks of who would win. It's actually, who am I kidding? I'm not going to figure out that math. Do what you do best, Dan.
All right.
Do what you do best, Dan, which is actually, ironically, not focused on the chess, but, something else.
Nice. What would that be?
All right.
Nice.
Yaspam has an edge versus Grigori Oparin.
Slight. Very slight.
Mishanik and Chigayev also in a wild one. The center is falling apart for white. D5 will fall.
Ooh, yeah, I don't like this. The engine likes so after it thinks it's starting to come back down a little bit. 92 takes and move again. E4 or F4? Something 4.
I'm surprised by the eval here. The fact that it likes white is surprising to me, just because I feel like black can back up the bishop and use the center. But C7 must be weaker than I'm realizing, and Probably advancing the center opens up the bishop pair for white. Okay, so the more I look at it, the more I'm recognizing why computer says edge Serrana.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess this is C file, right? We
I
got both
like
the
it. Yeah, I was
bishops
just
too. There
highlighting
it
bishop
is,
b2.
yeah.
It's a nice move because c7 is a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem. Big problem. I like it for white though. Definitely got this pressure. Looking good. What's the pawn count? 3-6, 3-6. Yeah, we even.
I'm getting roasted in chat for my Daniel Day DiCaprio thing. Now they're just purposely mixing up movies. Everyone knows Paul Walker was not in Die Hard. Shout out to you, Paul Walker. R.I.P. Loved you in Fast 5. Only Fast 5, by the way.
Only.
Yeah. No. Every other movie, Vin Diesel stole the show.
He did though, actually.
No.
Yeah. Big fan. They got another one coming out too. I mean, they're never gonna stop those.
They're never gonna stop. It's honestly one of the most disgusting things. I've
obviously stopped watching.
Yet. Bishop e6 is played to finally maybe threaten to use the center, but e5 will always fall unless you play knight d7, but then c7 falls. So, I mean, the more I look at this, the more I realize that this is a lot harder for black to coordinate than I thought. Daniel Day-Lewis is the one. Die Hard is the one where Daniel Day-Lewis tries to steal the Declaration of Independence. That is, first of all, has anyone seen Massive Talent? Shout out to Nicolas Cage.
I have not seen that one. I remember I was like, that's the first person I thought was. I thought that was a Nicolas Cage movie. I remember seeing a few scenes from that.
All right, Serrana is up a little bit on the clock, but you need to kind of sit on the position. It's one of those weird spots where, yeah, white's better apparently, but if you don't keep pressure on c7, the b pawns are weak. So I don't know. I'm going to head back over to Yaspam and Opar and Grigori because it's confusing me.
It is.
Martinez has an edge as white.
Whoa. 3-6, 3-6-7. Oh, I got that pawn.
If you're just tuning in, this is a critical. These two games are the focus. Obviously, you can already see the standings as they lie before you. Some of the biggest names have already knocked others out and punched their ticket for Sunday. But two of these four players will be dancing tomorrow. Which two, right? Serrana, Chagayev, Martinez, Grigori, Oparin. So that's why we're focused on these four games, kind of tapping back and forth here.
Yeah, trying to figure out which two are going to make it. Snap, boy, dang.
I love it. Sack the exchange, win the knight, because after you gain a tempo on the rook, you win the pawn. That's a really nice idea. Rook a4, queen b5, you hit the rook, then you take with the c pawn. And black has compensation, bro. Don't doubt it.
Oh, some big boy comp. Wow. That was amazing. Oh, parent, don't sleep on him.
Going for it. I mean, Engine likes white. Martinez is up on the clock, but I like it. I like the compensation.
I think I have to go rook a5. Wait, no, I don't have to, but
that's a good point. If you get the queens off the board, what happens?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the queens off.
I didn't think about that because if the queens come off, the difference is that white gets immediate access to rook a6 and d6. Dude, you were right. Rook a5. Okay, so that's the idea. That was the reason it liked white, because I was thinking of cb4, and if the queens were on the board, it was a different eval. But with the rook getting to d6, this is a much tougher position for black.
So you want rook a6, yeah, immediately here. Bishop f8 I saw, and I didn't see a clear way after bishop f8. I mean, you're going to have to shuffle some pieces, but black, I think, is good.
Wow.
Objectively speaking, that was that was strong.
Wild stuff. If you're just tuning in, good news. We got another interview with Jeffery Xiong, the man who went on to win the tournament. Our own Spencer Thompson caught up with him. So another interview coming up for us at the break. Either just for subscribers or not, I actually don't know yet. So maybe throw us your prime just in case. But we have an interview with Jeffery Xiong coming up before we talk about and preview Sunday's action. So thank you to Spencer for catching up with Jeffery, and for Jeffery for giving us the time.
That's right. That was a cold move by Oparin. E4 about to break up. I mean, he's swinging at him. He really trying to fight his way through this spot. These last two spots, he's like, I need one of those.
So if you take on b4, you win d6, d3 falls, rook d3, knight e4. Black is if this becomes a draw, then both players are feeling a little robbed. I mean, I think if it's a
Yeah.
draw, they're both on the outside.
Almost,
I could be wrong,
yeah.
but
You're right though. It could be almost eliminated. I mean,
let's
like,
bring up the
yeah.
full standings if we can, and then we'll keep Martinez or the players on camera going out. I know a lot of people want to see their faces in the moments of drama, but what does happen in the standings here? If
No parents, 5.5.
if Martinez draws, he actually does have pretty good chances to stay. Although Serrana has better tie breaks, so he won't be leapfrogged by anyone like Grigori getting a draw. I don't think Serrana will keep his spot. So not a bad spot actually to get a draw, which is where this game is headed for Grigori and meaning not a bad spot for Martinez. It's not good for Grigori, I don't think.
Yeah, I can see his tie breaks there, and for Jaspon being ahead, yeah, it's not too bad.
Oh wait, what am I saying? They have the same exact tie breaks.
Oh, they do 21.75. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, 21.75, 21.75. So that would be wow. I wonder would that change though after they draw.
Yeah, it can't. Yeah, it can change because the strength of who their opponents played could change what happens. So
right. Oh man, you like never know. This is really a toss up here.
Heading back to Serrana's game, Chagayev has kind of figured out the worst of it. It seems he's okay. Black is okay.
I believe so. Yeah, Black is okay.
Great opening book series, by the way.
Man,
shout out to Black is okay. For those of you who haven't checked it out, it's an opening series, kind of a series on like recommending repertoires for Black.
What? I never heard of that one. That's a wow. Who made that?
Yeah,
series?
but there are multiple like Black is okay like versions, I think.
Wow.
But openings book. If you didn't buy the opening book 2 weeks before it was released, it's no longer relevant.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you didn't get an opening book on pre-order, it's no longer a useful buy.
Pre-ordered on useful.
Yeah,
that's
true.
funny, guys. Pre-order your opening books. You got to pre-order them. Like that's nuts. That's nuts.
All right, knight c8 kicks the rug. You see, the reason Black is equalized here from what we saw is that the c7 pawn is no longer a target where White's pieces sat before.
Yeah,
that was a problem. Now, also, the bishop pair never got going, right? Black has these pawns kind of corralling the squares, so these two bishops they're not too well coordinated.
I was literally just thinking, how could I do that? And I was trying to get f4 in because like this is the only way I can open this thing up. I mean, just try to play f4, push the pawns because I don't have anything else. And yeah, I mean, this could be both games drawn. That'd be nuts. That would be nuts.
If both games are drawn, again, obviously these four guys are competing for the 7th and 8th spots in the standings. So, I don't even know. But some to be playing.
G5. All right. Yeah, this is they trying to make it level f4. He's gonna play f4. There it is. Yes. He's gonna play f4.
I love it. That's the move, dude. That's the move that makes the bishop pair real for the first time in the game. I actually think Serrana with that move is gonna go on to win. 2 minutes on the clock. Well, not quite, a minute and a half. But that's a tough thing to deal with. The rook is coming back to a7. Everybody is dancing on g7 over here. Rook a7.
Just rook a7. Yeah, just chill. Yeah, literally just do it. Exactly. Rook a7, take queen f2. Oh man, it's just too many threats. Principal with 2 weaknesses.
Yeah, play rook a7. Oh, that's not bad either. I mean, it's not as sexy, right? That's not the Hollywood ending we want with something nasty on the dark squares. But look at it from White's point of view. I own the A file, right? You can't ever challenge. The position is only going to get more open for here now that e5 has finally been undermined.
Oh, he did go for the f2 though. I'm a fan. Okay, finally.
Yeah.
Queen f2 takes. King takes.
What do you mean Canty's green screen is my background? That's not true. Canty already has his own.
Exactly.
Canty went to town and got his own background to match me.
Right. Yeah, I did. I actually went over to Walmart next door. I got over here and we just, I just taped them all up to the wall. Exactly the same way that his.
In the exact same pattern in place.
Exact pattern and placement. I mean, come on, chat. We chess players. Like, come on. He takes. Rook E1 hits the bishop. Bishop
Okay,
C4.
bishop
Not a
C4
fan.
gives, oh,
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Rook like something on E8.
something on E8 was the move
Something
there.
Rook E8.
Oh, rook E8. Rook
Hey,
E8.
bro, you're just giving me free moves.
Well,
Rook
plus
E8
this rook
check,
eight-
bishop E8. Oh, he went bishop first.
Oh, you can do it first. In fact, now rook E7 is going to be mate.
Oh my gosh. I did not see that. Bro, that's
Okay,
disgusting.
Not quite.
And then
A
rook
slight
G7,
overreaction by me, but it's close. It's close to mate.
Bro, that's gross. Get this man off the board. Or Alexis Serrano with the dub. Sheesh.
Yeah, the whole
That's
point
a
is that the
hard
bishop
dub.
guards the escape square G6, which is why rook E7 is over, and which is why Chigayev is just giving up the exchange. Look at that. Simplification
outta
killed the
here.
cat. Get everything off the board. Rook versus bishop, winning endgame, created a passed H pawn. Okay,
Yeah, and
So-
then centralized, and we good.
Serrano will be dancing. So we're going back to the only game, I think, still with unclear implications on the standings. These two guys are battling for the 8th spot, which is super exciting because they came in tied, not just in score, but on tie breaks, yo. This is what the
Wow.
drama's all about.
Wow. And as we have, I mean, it's, oh, wait, hold up. Oh, I've seen who lost that? Shaq and Ferrugia game? Somebody lost something like this. I forgot. It was very similar. But yeah, they somebody's gonna lose. Somebody's gonna lose. I can feel it.
Dude,
You
one
win
of
the
these
same room. Oh,
days,
that's right.
I'm going to do what Philip just said in Twitch chat. Like, we're actually going to have us in the same room and
That's
make
right.
it look like we're not. And then at some point, we'll actually walk into the.
All right.
We'll set up the
here you go,
green
Danny.
screen.
Right. Give him the cup. Here you go, Danny. Here's your coffee. No.
Sorry, I'm a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah, no.
dyslexic when it
Right.
comes to being a weatherman. I'm trying to reach over.
Yeah. Wait. No, it's this way. Yeah. There it is. It's that way. Yeah. Yeah. That's gonna be fun. Let's do that. That's gonna be.
All
Just
right.
wait, chat. Just keep sticking around. Bishop moves.
Dude, these two guys are so equal. Same score, same tie
Same
breaks, same
everything.
exact time on the clock. Like, this is
right. Same exact time on the clock. That one right there gets you. Oh,
Okay.
that's a good move. Uh-oh. I didn't see that one. Oh, yeah, just king f6 and chill, right?
oh, he
King
takes
F6
first,
and
but still,
chill.
he's got king of 6 next. Or is he going to play e4? He might play e4.
You stick with the rook. E4 is crafty.
Okay.
Yeah, just take the drawski, y'all.
No, I
Ain't
mean,
no way
it
you
should
get
be a
through
draw,
there.
but will it be? But
That's
will
right.
it be?
Or
Find out next time.
on Dragon Ball Z. We saw that with the king. Jaspam did this last time with the rook, and like king rook purposely put the rook out there, took the
Yeah.
man rook. Like Jaspam go all in. He don't care. He don't care. High roller. I think he's gonna try to milk the clock and then do that crazy thing again. Crazy rook move. Don't make no sense. Oh, it's hanging.
Dude, but this is all part of Yasmum's plan. He just look at it.
What happened? +3? How
Wait,
is
what
it?
is the idea? Oh, it's f3 because the bishop's hanging.
Oh.
Ah, pull with the bishop. I wasn't anticipating the blunder, but I was going to say this is all part of Yasmum's plan. Like, even if the blunder didn't happen, dude, he was just going to play tickle until both sides were under 10 seconds. And he was going to flag him.
Like clockwork. And Jaspam and Serrano look like they're gonna make it through.
E2, rook e1, king d3 with bishop d2. What's going on?
Oh, wait, you're right.
king
You are
f3.
right. Yeah, just king f3.
Okay, never mind.
King d2 and bishop a5. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's just easily winning. Okay,
Then
it's
rook
Rover,
e1,
dude. This is what he does. Yasum, let's bring him back on camera. Guy is just a stone cold killer.
Look
Just-
at him. Look at him. Hype about it. He like, yeah, still in the zone.
All I gotta do is
Yeah.
get my man under time pressure. This kind of
That's
stuff
it.
happens.
Every time.
Every day he's shuffling.
Every day I'm shuffling. Oh, this is beautiful. And here we are with the little Zugmaster here, Suzwan. As you have to move something, and no matter what you move, I'm getting something. You move this way, I go that way. Whatever you like.
Yeah.
Whatever you like here. There it is. Open goes down.
Were you just about to go into he can do whatever you like? I know.
I was.
I know where you were at. Wow. Okay, well, that was a fulfilling finish. I'm
That
not gonna lie, I
was.
feel satisfied.
Actually, I
Like-
did too. I was looking forward to that.
Yeah, we bring up
Yeah.
the standings. We take a look at the top 8. I sometimes, sometimes I don't feel like the finish left us happy, but today,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, man.
I'm
Shoot.
dancing around making a happy ending reference, so I'm just going to say it was a happy ending. All right, that's the reality. We just had a good one. It was.
We had a good one,
Look at
man.
this.
Come on.
It was
How you feel?
decisive chess down the stretch where it mattered most. Jeffery Xiong dominant with a clear first performance, taking the top spot with 7 out of 9. We got an interview with him coming up in a second. You're going to want to check that out at the break. And if we look at the rest of the field, Canty, you had Yasmam leapfrog Tava Tabai with that victory in terms of tie breaks, but it was the same top 8 we expected. Those 2 games really mattered. Serrana and Martinez got it done, and they take those spots. So
amazing chess, right? As we've seen, lots of blunders, lots of high level chess, lots of lessons today, things to learn, and of course, shoot, this happens every weekend. So they're gonna come back even stronger, analyzing these games and hopefully trying to make the top 8 next week as we go into tomorrow.
I love it.
And stuff. So
shout out to Vidit Chess, had a good day, just outside of the top spots needed. 6.5 was required. Today was a strong day, Canty. Having watched and commentated on a few RCCs, 6 is often enough to get into Sunday.
wow.
So today's 6.5, not even being good enough to make it, right? You had a Dropstone in 9th place, 6.5 out of 9. So shout out to the players today for really bringing it. We had a lot of decisive chess. So, okay, we're going to throw it to one more interview. It wasn't round 1. What was it? It was, I think it was after round 8. We caught up with Jeffery in this next interview. So enjoy this at the break, and then Canty and I will be back to close things out with our Coinbase critical moment, and who knows, maybe a little extra fun. Don't be leaving just yet. The Rapid Chess Championship brought to you by Coinbase returns in a few.
Thompson here. Big win against Anish Giri, a known super GM. How did it feel getting a tough opening at first against him?
Yeah, it's a classic case of better lucky than good. Obviously, the whole game was really insane. I play this line all the time for black, and for whatever reason, I forgot that I should go d5 before e6. So, like, when I go e6 first, if he plays d5 himself, probably the game is over.
Okay.
So, like, when he didn't do that, I already felt like, I was playing with house money, and then obviously he gave me another gift at the end. So, yeah, just a really incredible luck.
Yeah. So how does it feel like emotionally when you see your opponent has blundered? Does your heart rate stop a little bit? What's happening there?
I was just thanking my lucky stars, honestly. Yeah, not really much other emotions.
The Rapid Chess Championship is brought to you by Coinbase. Whether you're looking to make your first crypto purchase or you're an experienced trader, Coinbase has you covered. You can earn crypto by learning about crypto at Coinbase.com. Explore DeFi and Web3 with your Coinbase wallet. Get exclusive rewards when you spend with your Coinbase card and much, much more. Learn more at Coinbase.com/chess and get $10 in Bitcoin when you sign up and verify your account. Check them out. Use the command sponsor or command Coinbase today and go to Coinbase.com to get that Bitcoin, baby. Final moments here on this wonderful weekend in May. Your Coinbase critical moment is about to hit you. Reminder, go to Coinbase.com/chess. Get your Bitcoin. If you don't have an account at this point, what are you waiting for, right? I feel like Jennifer Love Hewitt, like screaming, and I know what you did last summer. Like, what are you waiting for, huh?
Right.
What are you waiting for? Go get your Bitcoin.
Thank you.
Shout out to Jennifer Love Hewitt, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Ryan Phillips, and Freddie Prinze Jr. I just named the whole cast.
Wow.
Of freaking I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Danny, that was good, actually.
I didn't even know I had that in me, Canty.
I mean, that was really good, impressive. Actually.
That was pretty impressive, right?
That pretty was. I mean, I was actually, I couldn't name them. I'll tell you that. I couldn't remember.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've got a Coinbase critical moment. We could have picked a lot of exciting ones, but for those of you who followed, I don't think that any moment was more surprising and or relevant as far as who would ultimately go on to win the tournament than this blunder here by Anish Giri, right, Canty? Take us through, I guess, the threat that is bishop takes c3 and the fact that Anish missed it when he played the move f4.
Right. After this f4 move, of course, everything, I think he was intending maybe a bishop g2 here. And I know from a Giri's style, we've been seeing a lot of him trying to be 2700-ish. What that means is like positional, right? Or doing more of a solid, not mini tactics and trying to like, I want to have control. I remember Anish say that a lot. I like to have positions where I can control things. And he went f4 was trying to control, trying to play bishop g2. But unfortunately, this literally blunders. He thought that he was going to, after queen takes d8, the rook takes is going to happen. But in fact, after bishop takes c3, queen takes d8, it's a wrap. Just like that, after knight takes d8, and we great, says Chef Jeff as he takes, and now he's attacking the rook, and the bishop is attacked as well. And this is critical. This is why this is a critical moment. We came back to this because this could have saved Giri and at least had him give him some chances actually going into the knockout ports, or he's not even going to qualify and go into Sunday at all, in fact, because this is a critical moment, could have saved him, and Jeffrey was able to find it and close the deal out.
A win is a win, whether it's an inch or a mile. Thank you, Vin Diesel. And just like that, as you said, Jeffrey wins a piece. Anish Giri actually resigned on the spot, ultimately was not able to make it, and Jeffery Xiong went on to win the tournament. On that note, let's bring up the bracket and take a look at who will be dancing on Sunday. Unfortunately for our guy Anish, he will not be there, but you know, some regular faces, a couple of new faces, and Hikaru Nakamura going to be there. Jeffery Xiong going to be there. Dmitry Andreikin, right? Well, who are you most looking forward to see? You'll be a fan tomorrow because tomorrow I'll be joined by Anna Rudolph.
Oh, yeah. In fact, I'm always rooting for my boy Hikaru. Always, you know, shout out to the big legend. I mean, of course, it's kind of hard. It's like rooting for the Warriors all the time. Like, oh, yeah, Warriors, you know, like, but Hikaru, like, I've been around with Hikaru a long time. So that's always the big homie. So it's definitely rooting for Hikaru.
All right. Well, yeah. So you'll have Hikaru, you'll have Jeffery Xiong. And you'll have a lot of other people. I will be back with International Master Anna Rudolph. We're bringing the band back together. She and I haven't hosted a show in a minute. So it'll be fun. We'll have a couple of International Masters wishing they were GMs so that they could play in the RCC. But, you know, a lot of International Masters don't need to be GMs to play in the events that that we have running with the IMSCC. Let's bring up a couple of those match cards to remind you of what's coming up. Shuvalova is taking on Pruis. I would say Canty's taking on Kavuski, but that already happened, right? Shout out to my boy James Canty for getting the dub.
We got the dub.
So there you go. I think that's our next match. Yeah, is Shuvalova versus Pruis, and then we got a couple more the following week, including yours truly throwing down. So make sure you tune in for that. Speaking of yours truly throwing down, there was a lot of banter on what I need to do to get ready. I told you that I'm nervous about my time scramble skills. Right. And you said you'd do me a favor, be my sparring partner for a couple of games here.
That's right.
Yeah.
I got you, big fella. I'm ready when you
So let's sign off today's RCC with a quick best of 3. Hey, that rhymed. I didn't even know it. I'm a poet and I didn't know it.
Ooh.
and throw down here. What do you think?
I'm down. I'm down, big fella.
Yeah,
I'm
you down?
ready. I'm always, Saber's still hot from yesterday, right? So
Okay, we're gonna play 1-1 because that's the time control of old men.
right. 1-1, guys.
We'll play 1-1 here, and best of 3. Help me get ready.
Okay.
How's that sound?
I like it. I like it. That's some great practice to help you get ready, of course, because that bullet portion is serious. And I play so much bullet now because I have tournaments every night with the stream. So when I'm streaming, we have bullet tournaments. That helped me a lot yesterday with the 1-1 I had with him because I was just, I play bullet every night. So really helped me. So definitely get bullet games.
Okay, I'm gonna remember that and keep it up. I don't even know whether I'm comfy with an armrest or no rest. If I should lean in,
you're gonna have to play a lot of bullet. Yeah,
I got to figure this out, right?
You're gonna have to figure all that out, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, mouse a little glitchy, but here we go. We're gonna play.
Oh man.
Actually, seriously, I'm.
Thank you, Akila.
I think I'm gonna have to close out a parsec here. We can't play like this, like right now. This is too much going on.
Okay.
So I'm closing out a parsec, gonna close out of this. Trying to limit the amount of things going on in my background. Why don't we turn off screen share for our match here real quick, Matt? 1, so we can't see the eval bar.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Because that would not be fun.
Yeah.
And 2, so we can actually, play a little chess without any distractions. So you ready, Canty?
I'm ready, dog.
All right, let's do it.
Let's get it.
Dude. Okay, here we go. I mean, wait. GM Canty, Daniel Rensch doesn't exist. Are you in live chess?
I am. I'm in live chess right now. Should I be in play or live chess?
Okay, we're gonna play a best of 3 real quick. It says match players not found.
I am in. I do. I have a capital G, M, and C.
That shouldn't matter.
Actually, it does, weirdly enough.
Really?
Yeah, I seen it yesterday. So my first time was yesterday when that happened. I was like, wow, that actually mattered.
Huh. That's something we need to improve. That seems like a stupid thing. Why should
capitals matter?
Why should capitalization matter? Right?
Exactly, right? In anything. Chat, right?
I'm just gonna find you the old-fashioned way.
That's okay.
Search you.
Yeah, that's how I
and
was able
play.
to the other day like that.
Play 1 minute. 1-1. Okay. There we go. Now it should work.
There we go.
There we go.
61 second rated. That boy came in at 61 second rated.
Oh my God. Is this what you're doing now with this Jabava stuff?
Oh yeah. Jar Jar Binks London. Come on, man. It's the Jar Jar Binks London.
Well, I've already messed up, so that's not good. That's a bad sign when it comes to bullet.
Ooh.
I was not ready. I was not ready for this.
Well, it is 1 second one. It
gives me a chance.
Give you a chance. Okay,
I'm saying there's
I'll
a
give you
chance.
some kind of chance. Give him some chance.
Yeah, I'm saying there's a chance. Not a great one, but a chance.
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct. That's cute. Got your little pawn back, didn't you?
Little cutie.
Got your little.
You ever had a
pawn
cutie?
back.
You know, like the little oranges?
Oh, the little oranges.
They're so good, so good.
Those are
They're
good,
just tasty.
actually. Those actually are pretty good. You want to trade that?
Dude, I'm trying to do something here.
Wow, he really trying to trade that off like that?
I'm trying to turn something into nothing.
He's trying to trade them boys off like that.
What I've been doing my whole life. I don't want your life, Dad. Trying to turn something into nothing.
That night, a lot of night moves there.
Whoa, what's going on here?
I don't know. I'm getting out your way. What is this knight doing?
Dude, I'm working on my night moves.
You gotta get this
I've been-
knight up out of here, dog.
I'm trying to let you sack the exchange if you want. Oh, I just blundered the. Oh, LOL.
Oh man.
This
Oh,
is
my goodness.
this is not so good.
You're right.
Can I do this? I think I can. What are you doing now? Are you faster than me? Don't do this. Oh, you blundered.
I did. I flagged. Oh,
Dude,
serious
how did you let
flag.
this old man flag you? Come
Oh,
on.
man,
I
I
know
don't
you're
know.
faster than this. Let's go.
I don't know
All
how I
right.
flagged
It's
that.
best of 3, so you got to
Best
win
of
this to
3?
push it.
I do.
All right. I'm gonna try to come back at you with some D4, except I like to play what Danya Naroditsky refers to as the Charlotte of openings. It's underrated. Hipster,
It is an
hipster
underrated
town,
opening, though.
you know?
This is an underrated opening.
The Trump is underrated for sure.
For sure. For sure.
Oh man, I feel like I'm like a move away from just losing everything. What?
Just looking around.
What is
I'm just
going
looking
on here?
around. I'm just looking around.
I just
just looking
don't feel
around.
like you should be able to do this.
I'm just looking around. Let's go over here.
Should I just take it and then take there, or should I do something else nastier?
Let's get out your way.
I mean, I guess I'm gonna go for this. I didn't. Whoa. Wow. You are an aggressive man.
I am very aggressive. I just can't help it.
Can't help it. I get it. I mean, what? Hold on. Okay, 9 seconds. Can I not? I don't know what to do, Canty. You're mouse is tripping.
Dang, that was fast. Oh, he flagged.
Dude.
Oh man, bro, he's so fast. Yo, Danny is gonna be ready, bro.
I'm not
Danny's
happy.
ready,
All right, well, you
dog.
did it. You pushed it. You
Jeez.
pushed it to a best of 3.
Oh my goodness, Danny is
That was-
going.
That was
to be
not fun
ready.
for me.
I'm glad I don't have to face Danny. That's just all I'm saying.
Okay, all
That's just all
right.
I'm
What are
saying.
you doing now? Are we doing this? Are we
I'm just glad I ain't gotta face Danny. in
are we
this,
doing this little the Smith
in
Mora
this
thing?
I
What are you
Ain't
talking about?
Gotta
You
Be.
flagged me by like 17 seconds, dude. That was awful.
Nah, but that was getting scary. Look, some stuff was not looking right. Pieces was not where they were supposed to be.
I appreciate that.
Let's
I
go.
appreciate that you're helping me get confidence here.
Yeah, there we go.
Even though you're
Ooh.
still beating me, you're helping me feel good with your compliments. And it's very confusing for me.
That's confusing, he said. Let's get out of the way.
It's confusing for me that you're being nice to me.
I mean, you know. Bullet, gotta move.
I don't think that was the right thing to do.
Oh, that was a blunder. Oh, that was a blunder. Oh, that was
blunder,
just
blunder.
GG blunder.
GG,
Oh,
yo.
Wow. And he got it.
Dude, did you do that on purpose?
I did
Come on.
not do that on
Come
purpose.
on.
Thank you.
You love me, don't
Yeah,
you? You really
do.
love me.
I do, Danny. I do. Nice.
I mean, as someone who knows for sure that he would get his ass kicked if he played you in a bullet match, I appreciate that. I really do. Well, look at that. Hey, dude, maybe I can do this, can't you? Maybe I can play bullet.
Yeah, you can, bro. Absolutely. You just got to get in there and just fight, you know, just start.
Gotta get in there and
swinging.
fight.
You just literally just start getting there and start fighting, bro.
All right.
That's all it is.
I
A little mini match, you know, getting there.
I feel good about that.
Yeah, man, play some games and you'll be ready. You'll be ready.
All right,
'Cause,
man.
when
Okay, I might hit
you
you
get
up
in
for
there,
some
see-
sparring partner stuff. We might do some
All right.
private, anonymous. No one knows what's going on.
let me know, though. Cool.
We've got
Cool, bro.
we had a good day today. This was a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
And You and I, again, every time we do this thing, I think this relationship would work. We could make this thing happen more often.
That's right. I like that.
All right. Well, this was a lot of fun. Seriously, I appreciate you you throwing down with me there. I got to get ready. I'm nervous, but I feel the buzz coming back with that little fun thing. So for my man, FIDE Master James Canty and the whole crew here, this has been the Rapid Chess Championship brought to you by Coinbase. Any final words before we sign off?
Love y'all, chat. It's always a pleasure. Make sure y'all here tomorrow for the RCC as well. It's going to be awesome. So, of course, just keep being you, chat. Keep watching.
That's right.
Keep bringing you the great content. So,
we got an 8-player knockout for the ages. Tune in tomorrow. International Master Anna Rudolph joins me. We're gonna have a ton of fun. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, James, and everyone else. We'll see you later. And tune in next time. See you Sunday. The Rapid Chess Championship is brought to you by Coinbase. Whether you're looking to make your first crypto purchase or you're an experienced trader, Coinbase has you covered. You can earn crypto by learning about crypto at Coinbase.com. Explore DeFi and Web3 with your Coinbase wallet. Get exclusive rewards when you spend with your Coinbase card and much, much more. Learn more at Coinbase.com/chess and get $10 in Bitcoin when you sign up and verify your account. Check them out. Use the command sponsor or command Coinbase today and go to Coinbase.com to get that Bitcoin, baby.